Good afternoon and welcome to you all. Welcome. It is great news. We're really happy to get that news that Ruto um, has great news for the Kenyan Gen Z. Support the Gen Z. Great news for the Kenyans, the Gen Z. Great news. Hi Sue. Great news. Good afternoon, join us. Please, we would love you to support our platform by subscribing. Would you like to become a subscriber for Citizen AY on YouTube? And of course, on TikTok. Right now, those of you, I'm sharing on both places. So would you like to would love you to become a subscriber. Would love you to help us grow the platform. It is very important. We need your support. Very much so. Welcome on board. Bobby, my president, yeah, welcome on board. I greet everybody, each and every one of you. I'm truly grateful for your support. Help us share this broadcast. Help us share and reach as many people as possible. We would really love your support. Please grow the platform. Eve, hello and welcome. Welcome. Please, as you're joining, don't forget, we'd love you to subscribe to TikTok. Subscribe to Citizen AY on TikTok. Help us grow the platform. We do need your support in growing the platform. Good afternoon. We got some great news. That's Ruto there. He's done something amazing today. Yes. Yeah, let us add a few people on board. We're going to bring some guests on board. It is really good news, and it tells us what this confirms what we have been saying all along about the need for us to really ensure that we reach as many people as possible with information about their rights to the constitution. Many of the youths now have they have made a real sacrifice, and it is something we shouldn't ignore at all. They have made a real, and I mean a real sacrifice. It is to their efforts that all what you see now is happening. It is solely to the effort of the Gen Zs. So I applaud the Gen Zs. But as I said, one of the things I'd really like is for you to, if you can, could you subscribe to us? I'd love to, please do subscribe to Citizen AY on TikTok. Because the kind of work we're doing a lot of work, a lot of research that we can bring to your attention. You can see there's Ruto there. He's reading a statement there. Very good news for the Gen Zs. Support to the Gen Zs for the effort, the Herculean effort. The task they took on is unbelievable. Unbelievable. The task they took on. The task they took on. The task they took on is truly unbelievable. It's amazing. Please subscribe, share, follow, like, subscribe to the platform. Help us grow it. We really do appreciate your support. Um, Many of you watching this would have seen the last few days we have been doing this coverage, and I want to really thank many people who are part of what we're doing, who have been really going out and talking about this. Of course, at this point, I'm taking this opportunity to ask you, if you are on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please go ahead and do so. I would really appreciate that support also. But of course, as you're watching us on TikTok, we'd really like your support. So if you can subscribe to us, become, a subscriber to the platform. Every month there will be something, that will help us every month to be able to carry on with the work that we're doing a lot of research, coming to you with ideas and suggestions to be able to really, impact positive, real, lasting change on our continent. It's really important that we do so, and we need that support. So please, as you're getting this message, share. We got some really good news to share. I may even play a section of that video, of what Ruto, what he did today. and it is all down to the effort of the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs have been doing amazing and incredible work. They're growing, and their commitment, the commitment that they've shown is awesome. It's awesome. It's amazing, and it is showing us the way to go. It is showing us exactly what we need to do and how we can do this collectively. Collectively. I'd love to hear from many people. I want to make this as interactive as possible today. I'd love this to be as interactive as possible. That means that to be able to hear from yourselves what your thoughts are on what happened today. Basically, Ruto has actually he's agreed, has admitted that okay, yes, the finance bill was wrong, so he has had to give up on that. So he has withdrawn the President Ruto of Kenya has withdrawn the finance bill. I'm going to read a statement, not a statement. I will play the video as I'm talking to you now. Just give me a minute. Those of you who are on TikTok, you will see. Give me a second, 1 second. Give me 1 second, please. I'll just get this done. I just want you to have that information. It's very powerful. What has happened today is truly it's amazing. It is amazing. 1 second, please. I want to just get this information to you in the right manner. So he's basically caved in and agreed that okay, the people are right, and he's had to really accept that, and that is awesome to hear. That is really good news, and I want us all to share that on all our platforms. Meanwhile, as I'm doing that, I'm going to quickly do some work behind the scenes on here. I will play you the video shortly, but I just need to make sure I got everything. When you're checking all of this, you have to make sure you got everything lined up first. Oh, okay, sorry about this. Just give me a minute. So yeah, Ruto has caved in and did the bidding of the people. The will of the people has prevailed. The will of the Gen Z prevailed in Kenya. And that is something fantastic. That is awesome news, something we should be proud of. And that tells us why we are absolutely right to continue to advocate for the awareness of our constitution, particularly in our local languages. Very, very important. And it supports and backs up what we've been saying is being done in Kenya, and you now see the result of that. Let me quickly just do this. I want to make sure I've got that information, and I want you to hear it. I'm gonna play it live, and you will hear it. Give me a minute, please. Yeah, I think it's there, so we can go into it. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that you can hear it. You'll hear me in the background on this video a little bit, but what I wanted you to hear above all is the fact that Ruto has actually withdrawn that statement. So the power of the Gen Z, Kenya, awesome. Listen, so let's see. Ruto has had to climb down and withdraw the Finance Bill 2024 Act. He's had to listen. The people and Gen Z generation, well done. Well done to the Gen Z generation and the Kenyan people. Well done to them.
I concede, and therefore I will not sign the 2024 finance bill.
So he said basically he's not going to sign the 2024 finance bill. So that is a great news. I'm going to try and see if I can play it in another way. Well done, Gen Z. Well, I'll try and play it in another way, but I need you to hear that. You weren't able to hear it properly on here now, but I need you to hear it again, and I'm going to try and access it via another way because I think it's very important. Let me change that back. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important that we know this. Ruto, and it's all down to the efforts of the Gen Zs. So I want to give a big Kike Lomodu, welcome on board. Thank you for joining us. Please do share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We got some really good news. the efforts of the Gen Z in Kenya has been rewarded, greatly rewarded. President Ruto has withdrawn the bill. He's withdrawn it. So let us see what we can do this quickly. Give me 1 second. I want to just take something as I'm doing this. Today being the 27th of June, 27th. So, oh, missed yesterday. Was that correct? I'm just trying to make sure. Copy. Want to make sure we got this right. So yesterday was the 26th. Today is the 27th of Joshua Gojakuta, the last day of the month. So if I've missed, I hope I've not, that today is the 27th, and of course it's the last day of the month. No. So just give me 1 second, please. I want to make sure I'm drinking. I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah. Properties today being the 27th. So yeah, okay, I didn't do too much yesterday then, did I? I didn't. Okay, I did not show up yesterday, that's why. Okay, that explains that. So give me 1 sec, please. I'm just trying to adjust something, and then we'll come and talk more about this. In the meantime, the great breaking news is that Ruto has withdrawn the bill. He's withdrawn that bill. And it is great work, all to the efforts of the youth, the Gen Z. The Gen Z were insisting that no, that finance bill will not stand, and guess what? It came down. So it is very important, and we're saying this, that we support the Gen Zs. And of course, we take a moment to remember the fallen heroes, the heroes that gave their lives in this. Greetings, Lee Makara. Greetings, my brother. Let me bring you on board. I'll make you a guest right away, and I wanted to hear, because I want to hear from people that know this the story well. And you're very welcome. Scott, welcome on board. This is to do with Kenya, so you may not know a lot about Kenya, but we want to really bring people who are on board, who know about Kenya and can say a thing or two about Kenya. So Lee Makara, welcome, my brother. How are you doing? Welcome.
Greetings, my elder.
Greetings,
Fine, and
greetings.
yourself?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks. Have you had the news? Have you had the news about Kenya?
Yes, but the latest developments I saw was that there was some turmoil.
Yeah, there is.
Some people lost their lives.
Yes,
Really unfortunate that the government has to now fight its own people
that's correct.
with regards to cooking
Yeah.
a bill
Yeah.
that will be enforced on the very same people. The last time I checked, the government is actually supposed to listen to its people
That's correct.
and amend regulations according to how people
People,
feel.
exactly.
You know,
Very, very important.
so it's kind of like this is beginning to look like a dictatorship.
Thank you. Well said.
It's starting to look like a dictatorship. So.
I agree with you. And one of the things that I don't know if you had this afternoon or some time ago, Ruto actually he withdrew the finance bill. He actually withdrew it as well this afternoon.
Now, that is great news. It's great news, but it's unfortunate again.
Exactly.
In order for the masses to be heard, someone needs
To lose their lives.
Yes, someone has to lose their lives. Because from what I heard, from what I saw, I think they said like 19 people lost their lives.
They were unalived. They were unalived.
Yes,
Remember, yeah. So I mean the numbers are growing. The numbers are growing, but which is very, very sad, like you're saying. But we have to really we have to really applaud the commitment of the youth of Kenya, the Gen Z, because they did not, they were all saying no, reject the bill, reject that finance bill. They were saying that, and for Ruto to now have to come and actually go, right, okay, you know what, yes, you're right, I'm going to yeah, go ahead.
Again, Elder, there's also the impact of social media.
Yes, of course.
I think we also have to take that into consideration.
Very true. Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
we would be talking about it after 2 weeks or after a month or so.
Exactly.
Now we are talking about it real time. We saw the videos in real time. We were discussing it. We were sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about it. So they know that from a global perspective, we are looking at Kenya,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see the developments,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we can give out our opinion
Mm-hmm.
and our analysis and let them know this could happen or this is going to happen. And obviously judge the government based on how they are treating their people
Indeed.
and whatever reactions they might have. A victory for the people of Kenya. We are very happy that
Yeah.
actually it led to them actually dropping the bill.
They did. They did. But yeah, like you said, the real sadness is where it's had to take the loss of lives of the youths, of the Gen Zs, for the government to now go, oh, okay, maybe we should agree, and that shouldn't happen at all. That should not happen. Yeah, it is a concern. Um, I wonder if anybody else wants to join in. So, Lee Makara, honestly, thank you for that. And Lee Makara, just go on a little segue. What is happening with the new government of Ramaphosa? We know he's had to go into an alliance. How is that impacting things in South Africa? I know many people in South Africa are not happy, and also we need to ask about Julius Malema. He is a fighter. Is someone that many of us love and we support. Tell us about South Africa in general, and then also what role do you think there is now for Julius Malema? Thank you.
Look, I come with controversial and unpopular opinions.
Okay, please.
When I do my analysis, I wouldn't give you an analysis that you would see on TV
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or on mainstream media.
Yes.
Um, First of all, uh, um, the elections didn't go as per procedure or as per protocol.
Ah.
There were a lot of discrepancies that were noted, right? So
Okay.
there were like 20 parties that actually were contesting the results,
Yeah.
right? I can't name all of them, but
Mm-hmm.
EFF is one of them,
Mm-hmm.
MK is one of them, and there's also other parties that were actually contesting the results. So this thing, obviously, the media is trying to shut it and put it under the rug, make it look like there are no developments and there aren't people that are actually opposing these results. However, as much as things are still going on, there is developments with regards to people like questioning these alliance that the ANC is having with the DA, right?
Yes. Yes.
There's a lot of pushback with regards to what the DA is demanding
Exactly.
because they've put on their letter of demand what they want, the Minister of Finance, wada, and all of the other stuff. So obviously that is still on the table. It's being negotiated. And you know why people, they want to come with unrealistic
Yes.
requirements,
Yes.
or demands, if I can put it like that. And they are getting a lot of pushback because even the other parties are questioning this actually what you call pact that
Yes.
they are having.
Indeed.
Okay, so it's not like it has been finalized and everything has been put on record.
No.
Although they are swearing in members of parliament based
Mm.
on the number of seats
Mm.
as per the voters' results.
Mm.
However, let me say the situation in SA from an economic perspective is still okay.
Yes.
People are still going to work.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't any form of unrest or any form of civil unrest. Although people on the ground
Yeah.
are not really that happy with what has transpired.
No.
What now people are looking is what kind of policies is ANC going to push for the next 5 years, and with the help of I don't even want to say help because they are not being helped.
No.
They are being coerced by the DA to follow certain policies. So we're still going to evaluate what the DA is actually proposing politicians are actually evaluating with regards to these policies. For instance, the MK has
Yeah.
been contesting a lot of these seats,
Yeah.
and there isn't really anything that has been finalized currently, although
Mm-hmm.
there is some form of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the situation is still being evaluated. From an
Okay.
economic perspective, the
Yeah.
rand has gotten a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Um, Now we are basically just below 19 rands. I think we are
Yeah.
18 rands to $1.
$1. Yeah.
And at one point we were, yeah, at one point we were at 20 rands
Wow.
per $1. Yeah.
Mm.
So it looks like the more these white people have a grip.
Say YT. Say YT because they might be able to.
Yes.
YT,
Yes,
please.
or YT people, they're having more grip on the political landscape, as the more they're having a say on our economy,
Yeah.
and they're obviously able to convince their brothers and sisters from Europe and
Yeah.
America to ease up. And you know most how they do it. Whenever we are going against their policies, they put us into junk status.
Exactly.
Say we, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like they're playing a chess game where they're saying, you see, when we are more, when there's more of us in office, the economy becomes stable.
It is
You
a
know,
false
and when
narrative, of
there's
course. We all know it's a false narrative.
correct, you know. So the situation, I wouldn't say it's volatile,
Yeah.
you know, but I would say that it doesn't favor black people.
No, no, I won't argue with you on that. Thank you so much for that info. We'll probably what I'll do is I'll probably be doing a show, a discussion with yourself, where we'll focus solely on South Africa and be able to actually go into detail. So, but for now, I'm really glad for that, for your input there. We've got Daniel Manyika from Kenya, straight from the horse's mouth. Daniel, thank you so much, and great program yesterday with the lady that you did. I watched it. Give us updates. What's happening, and what are you hearing about this bill that was withdrawn by Ruto? Welcome. Wow. Yes. Wow. Yes. 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 Would you mind coming closer to the mic? I can't. We can. You sound faint. Can you get? Hang on. Let me try again. Hang on. Let's try again. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ah. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. So it's a smoke screen yet again. Who has given IMF the right to interfere in African affairs? Who has given them that right?
So you see, the problem is that he borrowed so much money beyond the previous politician,
Mm-hmm.
the previous president.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just been borrowing too much without even using that money for the job that he was promising the people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now the youth, we are saying that instead of you doing that, we're gonna we're gonna repay IMF if we have to, or we're gonna say that money does we're not the ones who owe you.
Yeah.
But if we need to repay that money to you back,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna need to confiscate Ruto's property,
Mm-hmm.
including all the politicians who benefited at that loan that they borrowed. We're gonna utilize that money, give it back to IMF. That's how we're gonna do it. Either vice versa, since it's only the youth who are rising up, we're going to two options. Either call for help,
Yeah.
those three amigos up in the north,
Yeah.
coordinate with them and get the help, vice versa. Because there's no one else we're gonna run, because we're not printing the cum-cums or doing anything as such.
Yeah.
We're just negotiating based on
Yeah.
the political arena. So those are the only two options we got. Because what the United of Snakes is planning to do is utilize Kenya to invent those three amigos. So that's what they're doing. So instead of us taking into it,
Yeah.
we need to distance ourselves from those political arenas and strategize ourselves and call for help to those three amigos. Even if any single idea that we have, dump it to the three amigos. Those are three amigos in exchange.
Yeah.
Be more for security purposes. So
Mm.
that's the only way. Because he's already got the security in terms of military and so on.
Yes.
So we need to figure out how do we achieve that level. It's only those three amigos who can put it for us.
Right.
So that's another way to go with it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we're discussing about.
Okay, great. Thanks for that clarification, because I must admit, when I saw him say we're going to withdraw the bill, I was like, wow, this is victory, because this is what you want, what you guys wanted. But from what you're saying, it sounds like they're going to try and bring this bill back behind the scenes, when everybody's sort of thinking, oh, okay, it's all done, and then suddenly he will just bring it in the back, and that's not acceptable. So vigilance is very much needed, and the pressure. So what is Gen Z going to do now, without going into too much detail? What is Gen Z? What are you guys, your generation? What are you planning to do now, collectively?
So it's just add pressure for long enough for us to strategize the cables that we're gonna wire behind whoever acts as three amigos and talk to them, figure out how we can coordinate, because we know that they're backed up. There's things that we can get from that angle.
I'm with you.
And not only that, yeah. So it's just that exchange, and on top of that, it just depends on what we pitch to that side in order for exchange. We can play that, you know what? Since you're utilizing a friend who's helping you, on behind we can coordinate, even developing the cum-cums and so on. Some of us have studied how to create those things.
Yes.
But you can utilize us as the lab development of your internal programming.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, if you ever cut ties, you're still on the safe net. So vice versa, because the youth from South Africa, from Angola, anywhere, will be able to be coordinated, because it is our attempt to do that.
Yes.
So yes, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the route.
Fantastic. Okay, great work. So please, we are in support. And I'm very much anything to do with our African youth, Gen Z in Kenya and other places. It is something we support on this platform, and we continue to advocate for what you guys want. You are the future. Your generation is the most in African youth are the most populous in the entire world. And the fastest growing section of the world is our youth. So your contribution in what is going on is very, very key. So we support you. And somebody just said, wow, Chenge just said, we're not resting. We must be hard. I agree with that totally. Wachenge. So let me just ask one question. The number of people who are unalived, we are hearing is gone up. Could you confirm that, Daniel Manyika? Daniel, sorry.
It has gone up, because remember, like, the records count after when they
Indeed.
bodies. But the last time when we had the day before was 25, but then it started going up. Like, it's a high number, plus the ones who are abducted. So even plus today, we don't know what's happened. There's just videos out for the place with the whole scenario. So
Okay.
yeah, the numbers is bad. So
Mm.
that's why we're saying that we don't need to negotiate with Ruto.
No.
None of our youth need to sit down. Even if they said come and sit down with us,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't
Because
do
they
it.
have hired certain people to pretend as if they are part of the protest organizers. So
I
some of
heard.
them might lead to creating scenarios. So don't fall for that trap. Keep them
Okay.
in the air, like they should keep it mysterious.
Mm.
That's it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I guess the what should the rest of the of African youth, what should they be doing right now to keep this going for you? What should we, the people, in fact, the Africans in general, what should we be doing to, is there anything we should be doing?
Keep amplifying whatever you see on the post. Keep reposting it because what's going to happen on the ground? Because remember they're investigating the platforms at the same time and all these other things. And on the other hand, they're tricking us by their speeches and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to practice how to amplify each other's information because we're each other's media. Because all the medias are run down.
That's
So
it.
even until we build our own platforms
That's
and so
correct.
on, so that's the key part of it because if those CNN they work on their behalf,
Yes.
try to smooth things out. So we just need to stay each other's media because this influence it can help the youth in Nigeria. It can help any youth.
Thank you.
Because they're also getting the strategy out of it. Because this is a new way of protesting. Protesting just doesn't mean you going outside. It means boycotting all these foreign entities. You all need to realize as well that we don't need to support this program that they're saying global trading, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Don't do it right now. We need to trade amongst each other.
Yes.
This is our
This is
export that we need to start practicing.
fantastic. One of the things that I've been trying to advocate, and I've been talking about it a lot, is the fact that when they say we are independent, that it's a lie. And that is borne out by the fact that as African nations, we are not allowed to trade with anybody other than the colonials. So in the case of the 14 French countries, they have to force trade with only France. In the case of the Anglophone speaking countries, they have to force trade with UK. This is something that people don't realize. So, and that means that we don't have freedom of movement of trade and freedom of movement to be able to trade among ourselves like our ancestors did. So it's a very good point that you raised there, Lee and Daniel. Let's hear from Lee Makara. I think he wanted to say something. Lee, what? Let's go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elder.
Yes.
Just give me a second. Really? Something. So, there's a point that Mr. Manika raised with regards to boycotting their products.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna give you a little story. I work in food factories, so I was in a food factory a couple of days ago. So we all know what's going on in the Middle East between the I and the P.
Yes. Exactly.
So the gentleman that was helping me, so we were basically buying lunch, right? And we wanted to buy this soft drink COKE.
Yes. Get it?
Right.
Yeah.
So apparently, the Muslims know that that company is run by the GEWS.
Yes.
The G, you can
Yes.
interchange it with the J.
Yeah.
So when I was ordering the lunch, the gentleman didn't buy the COKE, and there was a lady who's Muslim who explained to me, said, no, remember there is that battle that's going there between the I and the P, and since they are Muslim, they won't support the COKE company. So basically, they don't spend their money at the enemy camp. So I just wanted to raise yes, that's how seriously they are taking it. And then remember, in South Africa, they are a very small community.
Yeah.
They are not even a million.
No.
And he blatantly showed me that he actually went out, and I'm talking about someone who's almost your age, my elder, went out to go buy a different product, right? From what we had requested. So it just shows you that whenever we are having these issues, we should be able to show them how powerful we are with regards to the numbers. Do not spend your money with people who don't take care of your society.
That's key. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they showed me literally that no, since we know that is one of the biggest conglomerates that is producing this soft drink, we're not gonna buy. Same applies to what happened during the World Cup. You know that Budweiser was a sponsor, right? But they were not allowed to sell their product in the UAE because they are an anti-alcohol what do you call
Nation.
country.
Yes.
Nation, yes. So it just shows you how strong they are. They are unified. Now, what about us as black people, or let me say as Bantu people? Why are we still spending our money with organizations that are not for our people? That goes to what's going on in Kenya, in South Africa, in the West Africa. Whenever we see an organization that is not for us, we should boycott it. They will feel it
In the
pocket.
pockets.
That's where we must hit them hard. Yes.
Wow.
Because when we are talking about it, they are still getting the money.
They are.
They are good. But once we stop buying their products, because in SA, that's what also happens. One of the tactics that was used to collapse the apartheid government, our people stopped buying YT products, especially things like meat. They stopped buying them. And their economy runs highly on meat. So our people stopped buying meat. Since we are 70%, it didn't even take them 6 months to collapse that industry. So you can imagine
Yeah.
if we were to do it from a continental perspective
Yeah.
as black people, what would happen to all these organizations that are not for us?
Indeed.
It would
Indeed.
cripple them.
It would do. It do. Indeed. No, very good point. Very good point there, Ali. I'm really glad you raised that, and I hope many of us are looking at that. We shouldn't buy from those who are not looking after our communities. It's a powerful message. Thank you. Let me just ask. Welcome, DJ Yankee. What would you like to say?
Actually, I'm just joining your program. I just want to listen to what you guys are saying. So
Okay.
let me listen more and I can contribute.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, now, so yeah, we are still on the program today. Our focus is on Kenya. You can see on the picture you have the face of President Ruto of Kenya. Now, apparently, this afternoon the Gen Z have won somewhat because Ruto has had to withdraw his the bill, the finance bill. However, from what we've been hearing from activists and people who are on ground, one of the Gen Z who's on this platform, it is actually a smokescreen because they're going to try and find a way to bring that in via the back door. And we want to explore those things and also continue to support Gen Z and in raising that awareness of the need for us to support them in going forward. KK, Amen. Thank you very much for the rose. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We welcome gifts and also please subscribe to us on YouTube. Sorry, on TikTok. You can become a subscriber to help grow this platform. One of the things that we're doing is what is happening currently in Kenya, whereby the Kenyan Gen Zs, they are translating to their families and their elders and grandparents the constitution in their language so that they are getting the support. They're getting the support. KK, amen. Thank you so very much. I appreciate this. They're getting that support from the people at home. And then at the same time, the people are now understanding that they have a role to play in the governance. They can begin to hold them to account. That is what we want to see happening right across the whole of Africa in all 55 states. The youths and maybe programs like ours setting up stakeholders in every community, going into the community, translating their constitution into local languages so that it empowers the people to participate in their governance. That is the biggest, best possible way for us to free Africa from bondage. So this is part of the wider plan that we have going forward. So it is very crucial that we are supporting Gen Z in Kenya because what they have done is to raise the awareness in the community to now understand that their freedom and Africa's freedom there is it is it's interlinked. It is inextricably linked. You cannot achieve one without the other. We have to build this. Good afternoon. I'm David Akogun. Welcome on board. Great to have you on board. I might invite. I'll send you an invite if you want to join in. Let's go back to Daniel. So Daniel, on what we're saying in terms of the Constitution and your actions, could you tell us a little bit more about how your elders, how they are reacting to the work that you're doing within the community, and how that has actually helped you in being able to challenge the governance? Thank you, Daniel.
I would say it's like we're observing the generation above us being in shock of the things because Ruto has undermined the Gen Z
Mm-hmm.
thinking that we don't understand because some of us obviously we have decolonized ourselves to the core,
Mm-hmm.
meaning we have left the religion, we have understood our social situation, political arena,
Mm-hmm.
and combination of both ends, it gives us a clear picture because we're not attached to anything.
No.
Religion is attached to political in some way or the other. So religion and politics, they're intertwined. But now it's very interesting to see certain, generations realizing that, we thought that they were all sleeping up down.
Yeah.
And even if they fire shots to us and say, oh, we got degrees, no, we surpassed on that because we know that the European education has done us down.
Yeah.
We had to observe the whole scenario, like how were the Mau surviving in this event. So even this image of these borders that were created, when you say I'm Kenyan, to some of us, when people say you're Kenyan, and then the word Kenyan is used to say, oh, the Kenyans have sent the soldiers to Haiti. It's actually painting a bad image to the Gen Z under the ground, although the Gen Z did agree to sign to that agreement. So that's what we're saying. You need to make sure if your leader signs anything, you need to accept that it's him and his little clique that has come to that conclusion.
Not yourselves.
So exactly, they go borrow money, they borrow the money. So now when the actions happens, IMF is just gonna come and say, no, Kenya has done this has done that. That's why we had to pre-warn our Haiti brothers to say, brothers, it's not the Kenyans people who have decided to send these people down there. It's Ruto who has done it. Why? Because we know that Mzungu likes to paint black on black crime. As long as that's happening, no one will know who's who. So now we have even spoken to the brothers on the ground to say that if you ever find the soldiers who are up, just tell them they can pretend to do whatever they're doing, but at the back end, they'll rather prefer to protect the youth. Because at the end of the day, whatever comes, it's going to backfire all of you. So it's just a matter of like switching the codes underground.
Yeah.
We can pretend, but at the end of the day, we need to look after each other. And
Yeah.
compete of it.
Yeah.
So the Haiti situation,
Yes.
fully aware.
Yes.
They are fully aware of that event. So hopefully the soldiers on the ground they can coordinate with those people as well. Because I just hope they do because they're gonna send bodies back to Kenya at the end of the day. So
Yeah, exactly.
we just have to be careful.
Exactly. That is fantastic. I mean, when I saw the video where Kenyans were coming off the plane onto Haitian soil, that is, you are actually invading the sovereignty of a nation, and that is, that's so unacceptable. It is actually quite it goes against what is going on it's very much the same thing. They want to make Kenya be doing exactly what they're doing to Kenya on the Kenyan soil. Sovereigns coming in and deciding the future of the people of Haiti, and we need to reject that. So I'm really glad that you're having in-depth discussions with the people, with the people who have been sent there to about how they can actually make sure that they don't do what is being required of them, as best as they can, as fast as possible. Thank you so much for that.
And also there's a reason why Haiti is under the king because they're the strongest warriors that are recorded in history.
That's it.
So for them to exactly, so that's why they have to play this mambo game.
Exactly.
But on top of that, it doesn't mean that we cannot connect with them.
No.
It's just a mapping that
Exactly.
Gen Z will be able to pull that off for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hold on, hold fire. I'll be asking you some more questions again. Thank you so much for your valuable input and comments, and also the fact that you're part of Gen Z is a powerful thing that I'm really glad that you're able to do. And please continue. You are on the right path. You have to plot the future. Gen Z is plotting the future for the coming generation behind them, as well as the previous generation, i.e. my generation. So we support you, and we want to continue to be able to facilitate the growth of what you are, trying to build across the whole of Africa. Very much salute the effort of you all collectively. Let me bring in Akogun. Welcome on board, sir. Welcome. I wonder if you wanted to say one or two things about what's happening in Kenya. If you're familiar with what's going on in Kenya, the president of Kenya, Ruto, he has had to repeal the finance bill that he's been trying to enforce on the people of Kenya. And of course, the Gen Z, they've been really, really okay. Greetings, Daniel. Okay, yeah, okay. So Ubuntu to yeah. So I wondered if you wanted to say one or two things, Akogun, if you had an idea or your thoughts on what's going on in terms of Kenya, and also in terms of what the youths in Nigeria, what can they learn from what is happening in Kenya right now? If you wanted to chip in, welcome on board. Let's hear from you. Akogun, are you there? I'm not so sure if he's answering. Okay, let me. I'm going to throw it out there. There is a similarity between what has been happening in Kenya right now, whereby the government has been oppressing the people using military force, police and military force. The same thing happened in Nigeria in 2020 and SARS. The police were used to silence the people when they were complaining about the cost of food prices, the lack of jobs, all of that. They were silenced. To date, in Nigeria, we do not have the exact number of youths that were killed. We know quite a few were killed, but all of that information was silenced. What we like, that's the similarity there. So you can see the brutality that has been imposed on Kenya. The same brutality was imposed on the youths in Nigeria. Now, what is the difference now is that the Kenyan youth, despite that imposition of violence using military means, they have stood up. And let me invite people. If you want to talk about this, if you want to discuss with us, please go ahead. Alkebulan, yes, Alkebulan, bring you on board. I'll bring you on board so you can talk about it as well. So the key thing is this: the Kenyan youths, they have stood up, and they are still standing up, and they are not allowing. They no longer want to be cowed, because they know in the long term what they're standing for is the right thing to do. Now, the question I want to ask generally, and welcome on board, my brother, Al Kibulan. I think it's called. I can't remember your exact name, but anyway, we know who. I know who you are. So please do chip in if you want to on this particular point. Since you are in the West African area, yes, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you, my brother. Yes, go ahead.
I will just come in, sir. I will just come in. I don't know the topic.
Okay, sorry. The topic is about the fact that the Kenyan situation where the Gen Z, they forced the government to withdraw the finance bill 2024. They've had to withdraw it. But what I was now saying is that there's a similarity between what happened to the Gen Zs now in 2024 and what happened to Nigerian youth in 2020 in the NSAS. So I was saying yeah, precisely. So the yeah, go ahead, yeah, chip in.
Exactly, my brother. You can see the way they are using it.
Mm-hmm.
I also talked about this on my page that these parties they form all over Africa is a thing we need to look up to also, because we have this party all over Africa and they give them the power. We have APC of Nigeria. These people, the power belongs to the north. We have for Kenya. We have for South Africa.
Speak up a little bit more, please. Can you speak up? Because they're saying they can't hear you. I don't know. Can you hear now? Speak up.
We have for South Africa.
Okay.
You know, we have for South Africa ANC.
Okay.
You can see all those leaders. You can see what they are doing.
Yeah.
That this democracy is not going to help the way they are doing it now.
Okay.
Because they are changing it. Okay, can't hear me. Okay, it's okay.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear at all? Can you hear? Because it's very important. Because you're making very important points here. Please let me know if you can hear. Can you hear myself? Can you hear my brother?
Okay, let me go and come back.
Okay, go and come back. Go and come back. Okay, he's gonna go and come back. So he's gonna go and come back. Can you guys hear me at all though? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can anybody? Can you hear me? Okay, you can't hear him. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna be bringing him back. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? You can hear me. Okay, good. Ubuntu, you can hear me. So we'll be back shortly. I talk about that. Okay, good. Yes, Alkebulan, I'm going to make you a guest again. Hopefully, you will join and we can talk some more. I just wanted to the reason I'm doing this is I want us to be able to have that. Okay, Alkebulan, you're back now. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
No, I want to make sure the people in
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry,
hear.
guys. Let me know if you can hear now. Oh, we hear you. Okay. They say we hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, right. So what I'm trying to say here, these parties, we need to look up to these parties.
Yeah.
And they are consuming I don't know how to put this word because the way they act is destroying our society. You know, this party,
Mm-hmm.
power belongs to them.
That's it.
Of which we don't want this power to continue.
Indeed.
So there is something that needs to be done. You can see it from Nigeria how they make these people they just no, because I know for me I have also made my research that okay our problem remain our people. I know the whites making enslave us, that is sure, but they also created a democracy where as a people we're able to benefit and eat. But what happened? One person just sits on everything. You keep taking, look at the North, for example. The people in North don't want any other person to come in power. They keep taking because they have access to go with these same people to do business with them, to sell our resources. So all those things.
Mm-hmm.
We as a people also need to know that we know that there was a slavery that happened, but they also make let me say a leader. They choose a leader to be able to make sure that this should be done in the right way. But our self-interest, because of our self-interest, I can say that as a self-interest, because these leaders, the kind of money they have in the world, but they are still taking more.
Yeah.
They are still taking more.
They are.
It doesn't matter. So what I'm saying here is that all those money you think this one take, Mr. A take, Mr. B take, Mr. C take, all those money could have been invested in our country, in our society,
Mm-hmm.
in our community. So it will also generate more money. We will empower the youth.
Yeah.
But the money that's supposed to empower the youth is on one person's pocket. It's on one somebody's pocket.
It is.
We just go away with those money. Look at, I don't want to make sure, look at this president that just dropped before this former one in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So 8 years, just gone. 8 years without, we don't do nothing. All those money just go with him. So
Yeah.
what I want to say here is that they did something actually, but they didn't make the right people as a leader.
Okay.
To take charge of this thing.
What?
These parties is what we're going to look into. These parties.
Okay.
They are really.
So do you have any idea how we can look into those parties to stop them? Because it seems like you're right. What is happening is that they have all these parties in various so-called countries. They are not really countries. They are resource extraction points. But they have various powerful parties in each of those countries that they use to control the local community. And what we're now trying to do is now to be able to pick out who are those powers and how we can disempower them and get the power to the community. So I wonder if you have suggestions yourself about that.
Sir, you see what you are doing now in this constitution.
Yes.
I want it to go and let's try more. You see, it's really helping the people of Kenya because you can, although Kenya is talking about development,
Yes.
they're even more better than other countries.
Exactly.
But we can try and use our constitution to fight against this party. I think this Igbo of a thing, Igbo say they want to go their own.
Mhm.
But also, if they rise up, it's good.
Exactly.
Also, if we also rise up with our constitution,
That's
it's
correct.
also good.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
for me, we need to know our constitution and take this party, tell them that yeah, the power needs to go back to the people, to the indigenous people of Nigeria, to the indigenous people of Kenya, to the indigenous people of South Africa. So
Exactly.
to learn this constitution and fight these parties. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Wow, 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 my brother. Guys, this is inspiring stuff. This is inspiring stuff. You see now, this is not about one country. This is about all of Africa. And the point he made there is important. It's about returning the power to the people. And that is why the process of this constitution is so important. Translating into our local languages. We are literally giving power back to the people. My brother Alkebulan, three, I think, wow, great suggestion. Let me hear from Daniel. I'm sorry, DJ Yankee. Would you, yeah, please, let's hear from you.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm at work. I'm just a little bit less busy. So
Okay.
I just want to contribute one or two things.
Go ahead.
I think what the Kenya has been doing, I think I'm it's very encouraging that they are fighting their way to free themselves from what the bad leader is trying to do for them.
Mm-hmm.
But concerning to Nigeria situation, what I could contribute is that I think Nigerian youth are being distracted by hunger and so many poverty, because I can remember those days when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
I go to school, they give us food,
Mm-hmm.
food,
Mm-hmm.
new, and you could mingle with so many politicians, military, government in the same primary school, the same secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
There's no segregation that you are going to private school, even though the private school then they are not much then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come now you could see a lot of politicians coming out,
Mm-hmm.
spreading money, distracting the youth, driving flashy cars,
Mm-hmm.
abandon the primary school,
Mm-hmm.
abandon the education.
Indeed. Indeed.
Farmer, no good roads, no electricity, nothing is working. But the Nigerian youth, because we know that we can adapt to any situation, we just endure. God will do it.
Oh.
Pray to God. God will do it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But God will not come from heaven and come and fight for us. It is we. This is the time for all the whole Nigeria, all the whole Africa to stand up and say, yeah, this is enough. Is enough. When we hold the whole countries, stand still. Nothing is moving. Nothing is working. No, let everything just stand still until we have a good vision. Because we live here in abroad.
That's correct.
See the way they plan ahead. Every government will come with that different agenda, different, uncompleted projects.
Yes.
So many uncompleted projects in Africa, but different government will come and say, okay, let's demolish all this place. You are demolishing houses, you are demolishing shops, but you are not building somewhere for people to live.
Thank you.
People are living under the bridge, people are living everywhere, but then, even though here in the UK, they say there's no more enough accommodation for people. Okay, let us build houses for people, for cheaper houses, but in Nigeria, you don't during the Jacon Day.
Yes.
Yeah, so cheap houses for people to live in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, there's nothing is working, but
Yeah.
the youth are just persevering,
Yes.
enduring. I want to travel abroad.
Yeah.
I want to go abroad. In abroad, there's nothing abroad.
No.
It's we Africa, we need to stand up. We got the resources, we got the money, we got everything.
Yeah.
You know, go to Africa now, you see all the old foreigner living their lavish life, but we Africa, we're running away.
Yeah.
You know, we need to stay put.
We have to.
fight this government. That's what I could contribute. It's for us to stand up and fight.
Wow.
That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, DJ Yankee. Thank you. You are very, very. I really appreciate your comments.
Sir, please.
Yes.
Can I quickly add something to it for what my brother just said?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was talking. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was speaking to one brother this morning on my page on my live.
Yeah.
He was talking about he want to sell everything and relocate and go and somewhere else because Nigeria you don't tire, he's tired all those things.
Mhm.
Me, I was saying like no, you cannot do this, my brother.
Yeah.
You have what you have there, and he show us all he have. He have those animals he's training on, and he have property also. He says he's ready to sell. He says because like friend, you cannot run. We need to stand together and fight these parties. You cannot run because where you are running to is not even safe. When we are living here, we are telling you we want to come back. Why the reason why we are telling you we want to come back? If here is good, we tell you we want to come back. Or are you 21st century? You are getting a news. You need to hold it responsible because our time is good. During the time of our forefathers, they don't have this technology we have today. This social media.
Yes.
To
Yes.
share information. That's why when you see information here, hold it and use it for the betterment of your family. Respect.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well said, my brother. It's you know that is like this is what we need to be hearing. And again, DJ Yankee, thank you again for your comments. We cannot be running away from what is our own birthright. Let's get this clear. Africans, I implore you, I am begging you, wake up. Do not run away from your birthright. Do not allow the likes of the leader behind, this brutal and others, do not let them trick you to giving up your birthright. Africa is our birthright. Africa is our birthright. We have every right to demand for our government to ensure that we participate in our governance, to hold them to account. It is our role. Our role in any of the nations, in 55 nations, our role as citizens is to monitor our governance. We are meant to be monitoring them, and if they err, we call them to order because we are sovereigns. And this is a message that needs to go across in all languages, into all communities. Every single person born on that continent is a sovereign with powers to the land. They are the landowners. These constitutions are trying to take those powers away from you. You know? Exactly. They make our map look small. Let me, Mbe's use it. Thank you very much. USA. You are absolutely right. Mbe said,
I want to say something.
yes, please go ahead. Yes.
I want to say something.
Yes.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can remember when I was in Nigeria, yeah?
Yes.
There's, you know what we call precious stone?
Yeah.
You know precious stone?
Yes.
Precious stone. Yeah, because I used to live with all these Guineans, Malians
Mhm.
in Ibadan, yeah? They go there and take precious stone and take it to Germany.
Yeah.
We have so many resources in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Too much in Africa.
Mm.
But we are just being punished for this. Apart from oil, crude oil,
Yeah.
there are still abundant resources,
Mm.
but we don't make use of them.
Exactly.
So there are some people, the foreigner, they will just come, pack them, take it to abroad, come back to Nigeria, living flashy life, you know, paying us penny to go and dig farm, to go and get the precious stone out from the bush.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this thing have to stop.
It has to
You know,
stop. Yes.
stand up.
Yes.
Stand up. I know I'm always angry because I remember June 12th. I fought. I stood up for June 12th.
You see?
I was in June 12th.
Wow.
Fight riots, Okpebi, Allen, Maryland.
So you were in the June 12. You were in the June 12 thing with Abiola.
I fought June 12th. I fought June 12th.
Wow.
Everybody, the fact that you know everybody was there. All the actors, actress, everybody fall out. You know.
Wow.
So nowadays, nothing is working.
Wow. Wow.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Thank you.
Always try.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody.
But we have. But what do you? I mean, are you? We are doing something on this platform, and I want to hear your thoughts. We are talking about translating, and we've actually started that in Nigeria, whereby we're translating the constitution into Yoruba language, into Igbo, into Hausa, so that the communities can begin to actually participate in the governance and hold them to account.
That will be more better because in our own dialect we can understand more better.
Thank
because
you.
in English you see how to translate, try to understand what you mean, but yeah, if it is your natural language, you are able to do whatever you want to do. You know, see the Chinese, see
Yeah.
the Russians,
Yeah.
they speak their own dialect.
Indeed.
But we African, we have to speak English. We have to speak whatever language they impose on us.
Yeah.
But we have to speak our own dialect. So when they teach you, you understand. Speak your own.
Fantastic. No.
That's the way it should go. I
Good.
support that. They should put our constitution back to our dialect. You know, whether you Igbo, Yoruba,
Yes.
Hausa, let them put every from the even though in UK here,
Yeah.
every child know their rights.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody know their rights.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just be bothering anybody.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, some people don't even know left from right.
No.
You know,
No.
they don't know the constitution. They don't know anything about constitution.
Exactly.
Now people are starting to understand what is constitution.
Yeah.
They don't know constitution.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
That's what I need to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll be sending you some invites to come and talk to us and help us with translating in our communities as well, because we need that to happen on ground. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you are really on board with this idea, and we were going to work together with it.
I'll be leaving you guys because I'm very busy.
That's fine.
So
That's okay. That's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, let's quickly go to Mbez in UK, Mbez, USA. Then we'll come to Vanna. Welcome, Mbez. Would you like to say something? Because you were talking about the fact that they made the African map smaller. So we'd want to hear from you. Mbez, USA. Well, we'd like to say a few things. Mbez? Okay, whilst he's waiting. Okay, Vanna, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, Mbez, 1 second.
Yeah,
1 second.
I want to listen now
Yeah.
before I start talking.
Yeah? Sorry?
I'll listen.
Okay. Vanna, thank you very much. Mbez, USA, you can go ahead. You can go ahead because she wanted to just listen for a while first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what time is it then. Good morning to everyone, or it's good day.
It is about quarter to 4 here in the UK. So good day to you as well. Greetings.
Oh,
Grand rising.
everyone.
Yes.
Sometimes when I hear these topics, I get so mad, but we have to contribute in our own small way. But
That's correct.
for us to start that contribution, like they say in Africa, for you to build a good house, you need a good foundation. And I think that our forefathers had a good foundation, but our generation from this 80s, we don't have that good foundation.
No.
And some of us are just lucky to learn from the elders. And
Yeah.
because we've traveled and
Yeah.
we've seen other things.
Yeah.
Now, there is no way Africa is going to unite if we do not have thorough education. We have to change our mindset completely. Completely, because the fight starts from there.
It does.
We have a lot of diasporans. There are people living in Canada, America, USA. They have kids, and these kids have never been back in Africa. How do we fight to include?
Indeed. Are you there? Hello?
Like,
Your line went off for a minute. Can you hear me?
yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yes,
Carry on. Let's hear from you. Go ahead.
Yes, so I'm saying that we have people outside here that have kids, and these kids have never been to Africa. So there's no way that those kids are Africans, and this fight includes them. Now, when we talk about African unity, from me personally, I look at 3 places where if we get it there, then we're gone. We have South Africa, we have Nigeria, and we have the diasporans. These are the 3 fundamental foundations to me.
Okay.
Because Nigeria and South Africa are the gateway to Africa. And the people abroad, we have learned, you cannot find unity without being in the system. White people are united. They don't really love each other, but they are united because they are cooperate.
Say that again, please. White people are what? They are united but they don't love each
They
other.
don't love each other.
Wow.
Yes. They just,
Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. So white tea people are united, yeah, but they don't love each other. Okay, go ahead,
As a
carry on.
white, hey, as a white, I'm gonna agree with you.
Wow.
Now listen here. I don't think we are united. I'm not united against anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see anybody that needs help on the side of the road, I'll pull over and help
Yeah.
regardless. But I do believe that there's a major disconnect with our people and basically the planet. There's a big, I see a big issue with my race. I'm just to be honest with you, I really do. But I see it in a lot of races, but I'm only speaking upon my own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just,
Thank-
I think,
Grand Rising, and thanks for joining us again. Thanks, Grand Rising.
yes. I just think there's a disconnect between humans and the planet. But I'm just going to speak on my race, and there's an issue. A lot of, I call them empty shells. There's nothing there.
Hmm. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
And if I could, for instance, again, and I think it's my race, it's our country's, it's G7, you know, a lot of white people in there.
Yes.
Look what they just did to Bolivia. So Bolivia has
Yes.
the largest lithium. They have the largest lithium reserve in the world of almost 24%, and it's all within that triangle. But Bolivia has the highest lithium. And last year, the U.S. said that they wanted that lithium, and they said it in an interview. The military did, and then they went in, and there was a coup last night, like it was a failed coup.
Yeah.
But now, what are the odds that the good old white countries, the G7 countries, us good guys, now we're going to go in and help give them democracy? They're going to pillage that country, man.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Just my thoughts here.
Yeah. No. I agree with you because I saw the news yesterday and I thought, but I didn't want to say anything. But now you raise it, it makes sense because back a few months back, the US were talking about Bolivia. And I was thinking, what are you doing with Bolivia? But now, of course, the resources.
They have the world's largest lithium reservoir. They have 24% of the world's inventory of lithium.
Wow. So, and again, it's about resource grabbing again from the G7s.
You betcha. And that's what's going on, in my opinion, with Palestine and Israel.
Yeah.
Although I don't educate myself in the religious aspect of it.
Yeah.
All I know is that those two places have been arguing over the same untapped oil reserve just off to the side. They're fighting over resources. And yet there we are, help them out. We've never helped anybody that doesn't have anything to offer.
No.
Not once has our done that.
No. That's a really important point that you raised, and I hope many of us who are in the broadcast live with us right now are hearing that. This is about resources. And we have to really understand the game that's been played. Many Africans, all too often, again, because of the language barrier, a lot of Africans just hear what the government says, and they're not really thinking deeper. Whereas yourself now, you are independent of the government in your thinking. You are able to assess and view what the government is saying and go, oh, no, hang on, no, I have a different view. No, I don't agree with that. No.
Exactly.
That is what we are trying to make sure becomes something on the African continent. And the best way for that is for the people to have these discussions in their language. Then they can become naturally involved in the process and they are following what is going on. And this is, yeah, go ahead.
My brother and I literally just had an argument on Facebook. Not an argument, but a heated discussion because he doesn't understand how colonizing works. And he's like, oh, other countries want to blame the Western world and all this. And I'm like, it's because we're doing that. And I told him, I said, we go in, we implement our religion, our ideas, and then we slowly strip their shit away. That's how it happens. And that's what they're going to do in Bolivia. And then they try to remove what the people from that area need in order to understand the literature and the artifacts and the stories from their ancestors. And that's how it happens. He doesn't see it as a white man. He just sees it like, oh, people see us as the bad guy. Bitch, we're the bad guy.
Language. Say something else. Don't say.
My apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, but we get what you mean, and this is really important. And to be honest, I'm explain. This is the best education money can buy right here, right now. Because now you said something about religion, and people on the African continent has got a misconception about religion. They have this belief that when they are religious, that everything would happen normally, but they don't understand that religion is simply a lever to control the minds of the people. So I'm really glad you mentioned that. But yeah, speak more about that, please.
Point on, young man. You are point on. And maybe just my thinking here, again, just my thinking.
Yes, go ahead.
But maybe something took place between our creator, whatever happened long ago, and there's all these. So imagine, like, all of us right here that are in this room with you right now. Imagine we're all in the same location, and then an event takes place. And then a few hundred years go by, that event is going to have many different scenarios. It won't be the same story. It's the telephone game.
Exactly.
But I do believe that the religions and everything, they were made just to keep people in order, right?
Right. Right. Wow. Wow. Explain. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to Mbez because he was saying something and I wanted to close out on that. But listen, I am so grateful for your contribution right here. Stay there, please. Mbez USA. Let's hear from you because you are. I apologize for when she started speaking. I felt we need to speak. Go ahead. Because you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
As a typical African man, it's ladies before gentlemen.
Oh, you're a gentleman. You really are a gentleman. That's nice. That's really nice to hear. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We listen to them.
Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. So go ahead. So you were saying about, because I like the word you said there. You said that YT people, I don't want to say it that way because they might, no offense, plain, but we're just explaining because Facebook. Exactly. So YT people are united, but are not loyal. Is that what you said?
No, they are united, but they don't like each other.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And one of the reasons why they are united is to make sure that they are stronger, they protect their race, and they take from the other races what they don't have.
Okay. All right.
Now,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, when we talk about the Berlin West African Conference, these people were fighting wars. They were tearing each other apart. But the moment that they realized that there's mineral in Africa, they had to sit down for a conference and decide how to partition Africa. How could me and you be fighting a war and the next minute we are together now? Because we see a place where we have to eat.
Yeah.
And when they mapped out Africa, each and every person needed what
Yeah.
they had to take from Africa and where they were going to colonize, and what will benefit their country, and what will grow their country, and what will improve their countries. When we talk about technology, I'm in the energy sector in the United States, and deep inside the energy sector, where we do like from manufacturing. I believe in the UK you have a lot of wind turbines.
Yes, we do.
That's my specialty.
Okay.
Most of the components that we use to produce wind turbines do not come from Europe.
Whoa.
They come from Africa.
What?
Yes. They come from Africa. All the raw materials comes from Africa. But now
Wow. Unmute yourself, please.
we have any schools in Africa that
Yeah, go ahead. So this is very important point you raised, the UBS. Oh, the network is causing us problems. Maybe the network. Let's go. Yeah, let's hear from you. UBS.
yes,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can hear you.
Okay, no, because there was an interjection. So you're saying that the raw materials for making turbines all come from Africa. Oh, network.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. So okay, carry on.
Yes, everything comes from Africa. So now my company sent me to go and learn the production of the engine, because in the turbine we have an engine and a generator. And Caterpillar company actually does those engines for us. So I had to go to Caterpillar, did an internship with them. When I went into Caterpillar, that was my first time to see steel and copper, how it's being transformed into steel, iron, and all of those things. And I was like, this is crazy. How do they do all of these things? And when we walk through the things. And I asked one of my managers, like, hey, so where do you guys buy these things? It's like, it's from Africa. Remember, we have a Caterpillar in South Africa. Now, including even Mercedes, the Ford F20, Ford F-150 that they drive in America, they produce them in South Africa. Now, what happens is the raw material comes to America, they do the part in America, and they resend the part back to be coupled in South Africa. So, they prefer to spend money, ship raw material into their countries, produce the part, and then resend the part back for us to couple them in Africa.
How is that cost effective for one? How is that cost effective?
Now, this is the first thing. When they hide that technology from you, you are never going to know how to reproduce those same things with your raw materials. Caterpillar was founded in 1925. Up to now, no African country has the ability to produce a single bolt on the engine.
Wow. This is deep.
And some of us that we will study that technology, they will tell us, hey, we bringing you to the US, we will sponsor, we'll give you citizenship and stuff like that. But now, because I still have some African in me, I'm still thinking, oh man, this is crazy. I'm already part of the system now. I'm part of that chain because they are paying me well, and I'm looking like, oh, I'm better than other Africans down there who don't do anything. Now that is a circle, and someone needs to break that circle, and you have to think because it's come with mentality. Now, you are in the UK. There are a lot of engineers in the UK that mining engineers and stuff. Does UK have a gold mine?
Nope.
Or how many gold mines do they have?
None.
But there are schools there training engineers. Where are they going to work? How many schools in Africa has gold mines engineer? So now they have shared everything. Holland and Sweden have the best schools in wind turbine.
Wow.
Now, we could break it down. I don't want to take a lot of time.
No. Go ahead. I'm definitely going to be following you. We need to talk some more. You are an expert in this area. Yeah. Go ahead.
You see how it plays out and how they all unite, but they don't like each other. They all cooperate. Have you ever asked yourself, why is Toyota from Japan and they have different brands, but they will tell you the engine has to come from Japan? Why is Mercedes from Germany and they will tell you the engine has to come from Germany, but you have a Mercedes in maybe UK, in France and other countries? Each and every person has specialized in what they have to take from us, and they are investing a lot in that. Now, there are two things that they didn't teach us, even with the black Americans in America: finance and war. Those are the two things that runs the world. If you have money and you know the art of war, then you can dominate, you can run. And Africans do not know how to fight wars, and Africans do not have finance too.
Wow.
Because what we feel that we know, what we think that we know is technology.
Wow.
Yes.
Mbez, you have just... I'm having to sit down and take in everything you said, and I cannot challenge any part of it. Any part of it. And I mean zip. I can't say one word against what you just said now. And I think these are facts. You are dropping serious facts, and I'm really grateful. We need to about discussing about technology and things. I would like to do a program with you where we can actually talk about that, and maybe even encourage how we can actually make sure this is something that spreads in Africa. But that's for another time, because today we're just focusing on what happened in Kenya. But of course, we can dip into other subjects as we go along. But I'm really grateful for this, for your insight here. I'll pause. I mean, just make some closing statements on that, and then maybe I'll bring you back again. But I'm really grateful. Let's hear from you for a few more minutes.
Okay. As regarding the issue of Kenya, I think this is my personal perspective. There's an Arab wing coming to Africa. Though the first Arab wing was a manipulation from the West, but there's an original one that is coming, the African own, because the youths, one of Starlinks. That's all. It was created a long time. But one of the reasons why it took them so long to release it was because they didn't know how the black man would use it. They didn't know how to control the black man when he has this technology and this power. That's why it took so long for them. And that's why one of the most important things with the internet and technology is cybersecurity. Because it's still difficult for them to control what me and you are talking now. You are in UK, someone is in Africa, and we're in the United States, but we can communicate together. This is what they never wanted to happen, and it's a big problem, you know. And so, like I said, we'll talk that one another time. As for Kenya, other neighboring countries should support Kenya. They shouldn't look at this as Kenya's problem, because when that police, because normally what they have done is the West has trained our police to be against us. If you protest in Nigeria, the black police, if he sees a white man, he'll tell him go this way, but he's ready to shoot a black man and explain later. So it shouldn't be a Kenyan's problem.
No, a network issue. Carry on, carry on. It's a network issue, but carry on. We're hearing you.
Yes. Yes. So when those guys who start running away, or when the government will say we are looking for you, they will step into the next country. And tomorrow, if it's the turn of Namibia or Tanzania, because there was a spirit of togetherness, they will fight together, just the same as the Union did. There's a reason why the whole of Europe came together. There's a reason why there's NATO, because one person cannot fight it. You cannot say, oh, I'm Italian, I'm going to have that revolution. Now, when you touch Italy, you've touched Europe, you've touched NATO, you've touched it.
Oh, network. Oh, I'm really enjoying what you're saying, but it's yeah. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
That should be what we are encouraging our youth. We should all be together. It shouldn't be a country. It shouldn't be Yoruba. It shouldn't be Igbo. It shouldn't be Tree. It shouldn't be Zulu.
No.
It shouldn't be Kosa. It shouldn't be Fonte. It should all be. We are all a union. We are all one people, and the only thing we have is Africa. There's no other thing. This white man lands we're living there is not our place. Our only gift and our right and our power where we can talk anything is Africa. If we lose Africa, we are in big problems. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My brother, I'm going to be in touch with you. There are some things we need to look at that we're looking at back end in terms of raising awareness and things. And I believe that you have a very, very important role to play there, to be honest with you. But it's beyond the discussions live on air. But I'm really grateful. I'm going to, look, I'm going to in touch with you. I've got your name and everything here. We're going to be in touch. Thank you so much. I was just going to say something, but I'll come back to you later on. Splen, just to, before I move on to real men, the real man there, in terms of what do you think the West, or people who are like yourself in the West, what do you think people should begin to do to really to assist in what is going on here? Because we're not talking about hating anybody. We're just trying to empower the people. What role do you see for yourselves?
Young man, where it started with me is learning where my resources come from.
Ah.
And so when I found out how we came across our riches and what's required to make things in which we want, don't need, but things we want, that'll crush your soul, man, when you find out what's taken place in order to put stuff in your hand, right? So I think education on how things are acquired, how things are made, and like real knowledge. Don't believe what they tell you. Like if they say, oh, this is an artisanal mine or whatever they call it, and there's never a human there, and then you find bootleg footage and there's thousands of people there mining, like knowledge is power. As soon as I found out about what I believe to be the truth now, I altered basically every aspect of my life, because everything was a lie. And ignorance, that's no excuse, right? So, but then again, I only find the answers in which I seek. You know what I mean? So, all because I believe it to be fact, doesn't make it true, but it's logical, what the conclusions that I've come to, you know? And then when I sit and I listen in rooms like this and try and understand, I know what I've come to believe is right and
Exactly.
true. Right?
It just, yeah, it just slots in. It literally slots in from what Mbe said and what you're saying. It's like, it's just like
It's communication.
sorry.
It's communication. It's communication. Like, for instance, just talking with my brother the other day, I made him aware of a couple facts that he didn't know, and then he really had no rebuttal, and he had nothing to come back with, so he just left the conversation. I don't think he liked finding out that,
No.
you know,
No.
we personally didn't do it, but
Thank you.
you know,
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing to have. Like, and maybe that's why I don't associate with a lot of people of my own kind. Like,
Wow.
I'm a very private person. I have very few people in my life that I would call good quality human beings with the right energy frequency that I want to be around. Yeah, I'm very not an introvert, but I'm
No.
pretty damn picky on who I'm expose myself to.
I understand.
But I think knowledge.
Knowledge.
People need to know knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Splend. Thank you so much. Honestly, I hope we're all, the object of what we're trying to do here is to enlighten ourselves. The main goal is empowering people through the constitution. But I like, we need like a platform to begin to make sure that everything else that ties on from there, we have a clear understanding. And on this program, just right here, we are hearing so much information about how things work, where it's sourced. It confirms our thoughts. It confirms so many of those things. And I think what you just said there, your personal journey is something that I really applaud in honestly reassessing where things come from, and that knowledge has informed how you approach things going forward, and it makes you now understand a lot of how and see things in a much more clearer picture about Africa. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were going to say something. Explain. Go ahead.
But I do put.
Oh, network. I think you're in this. You're in the deep again. It's going coming in and out.
But I just.
Oh, what?
I want to.
Sorry, we can't hear you properly. It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit.
With
Splend. It is a bit. The volume. Your voice is coming in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now yeah, we can hear you now. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now, or at least we heard it then. Oh,
Okay, so here's how my mom gets this.
Okay.
So we were.
Ooh. It's.
We were
Oh.
my mom raised it. Very first we could see a melanin. I don't know what the
Oh, sorry. The volume is gone. Your volume is not working right now.
why is that dark like that?
We can't hear. It's yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's your explain. I think we can, if you want to come out and come back in, then maybe or hello.
So we were walking down the street.
Okay. Okay, Splend, try again. No, it's gone off. Splend, you're gonna have to go out and come back in. We can't hear you. We can't hear you at all. Okay, whilst I'm waiting for that, let me bring in. Okay, thank you. So let me bring in the real man. The real man, thank you for waiting, and let's hear from you. We're talking about Kenya, but obviously, it's a wider subject that we dip into now and then. But it's about Kenya and how the Gen Z have actually got the government to repeal the Finance Bill Act. So the real man, let's hear from you. The real man? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, before I say what I want to say, actually, that is even a pro because dead.
Oh,
So
what's going on? The network is a problem. We can hardly hear you properly. We can't hear.
It's you, not us.
Are you sure?
Can someone tell that, guys? Host, it's you. I'm gonna type on the comment section.
Oh, now we can hear you. Now we can hear you. Now we can hear you. We hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead. The real? We can hear you. The real man.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We hear you. We hear you.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, yes, I wanna think your network is a problem.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to. It's back on, but let's hear you.
Done. If,
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, let's try this for a bit.
Okay. So, what I want to say about Kenya, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited with what is happening in Kenya. I think people from Kenya are showing us how it's done. You know, they are not just sitting back and accept what is happening or what the government is coming with. That is something that as African people we can learn from people in Kenya. Host, are you still with me?
Yeah, we're with you. Hearing you loud and clear.
I hear you.
Okay. So
Splen,
we can learn from people in Kenya, host.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Splen, just wait for a few minutes.
We'll
wait. The real man, 1 second, sorry. Splen, just hold on for a few minutes. I'll let the real man talk, then we'll come back in. Oh, go ahead, the real man. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. The real man. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying that we can learn, as the African continent, we can learn from the people in Kenya in what they have done. The people in Kenya, they have decided to stand up. They realize that there's a problem with the government of William Ruto. By the way, host, I'm very, very disappointed in William Ruto. I'm extremely disappointed.
Same here.
This man, when he came in, we all thought, you know, he was one of the good guys. He was going to do something better for Africa. But look where we are today. But nevertheless, the people of Kenya decided to stand up because there's a problem in Africa. The African problem is people are too religious here. Instead of people standing up and take action, people will put everything in God. You will hear people say, no, you know, God is going to help us. We just have to pray and all of those things. And I always say that, you know what, we need to stand up. God is not going to do everything for us. God is not going to do everything for us, because if God was listening to the prayers, I mean, the African continent is very religious. You know, the African continent should be way, way far ahead in terms of infrastructure and everything else.
Indeed.
Or let me just call it development.
Yes.
Because we are the praying nation. We are the praying nation. So I think it's a high time people understand and realize that they need to stand up and do something if there is something to be done. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
I am based in South Africa, and I heard, I think it's Benz USA.
Yes.
He was talking about Caterpillar and
Yes.
all of that. I know that it's here. So look right now what happened, guys. We had the elections in this country. Let me tell you something which doesn't make sense. South Africa, we are about 62 million or somewhere there, 62, 63 million. And white people here, they're about 6 million, maybe 7 million people in this country.
Wow.
And let me tell you, when it comes to politics, the second largest political party in this country is a white man's party. That doesn't make sense at all.
No.
It doesn't. So right now we had elections in this country, and the ANC was finally, removed, or they were finally given less number in terms of the votes. They got 40%. The white man's party got 21%, which is the DA. And right now, fighting actually between themselves in terms of the positions, you know, because DA is demanding, you know, those higher positions, and they want almost all of them, and the ANC now is saying, no, we cannot do that. But what I'm trying to say is, here in South Africa, we are standing and doing nothing. Why am I saying this? The elections were not free and fair in this country. Okay, there was no war, no one was fighting anyone, there was no violence. But let me tell you, after when the elections were done, and there's a party called the MK Party, which is the party of the former president Jacob Zuma.
Yes, yes.
They complained and said, you know, there were proof, or there is proof that the elections were not free and fair. And you know what? The IEC, they ran very quickly to declare the results while there are complaints. And they also sit very quickly in terms of the parliament. They also put Cyril Ramaphosa back in parliament, I mean, as a president of the country very, very quickly. While we are having, you know, these issues that these other parties, actually it's 25 parties that have complained and say, no, these things are not correct. But we are sitting as South Africans and saying, no, now they're saying that they're forming a government of national unity, right? And we are sitting and just folding our hands and say, you know what, we are going to just wait for them. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this instead of what we are doing in South Africa. The Kenyans decided to stand up and say, we are going to do something about this. And they stood up and they made sure that together we are united and we can definitely win. And they have won because this finance bill has been withdrawn right now. So that's why I'm saying that our problem in Africa as a whole, it's about us, you know, sitting and folding in our hands. And I'm quite disappointed, host. Let me ask you this question. I hope you're not from that country. Are you Nigerian?
I am.
I'm very disappointed in Nigeria because Nigeria has got one of the biggest population in Africa. You know, for Nigerians, if they want to stand up and fix that government, it's gonna take just a week. And the people in Nigeria, they can get whatever they want if people are united. So the problem is we are not united and people are not willing to stand up, you know, and fight for what is right for Nigerians. So that's what I wanted to add, you know, when I was listening to you. Actually, this is my second time in your platform.
Thank you.
So that is what I wanted to come and contribute and say, you know what, we just need to unite. So thank you. Let me just land here. Let me.
The real man. You're welcome back again. Thank you so much. You're welcome back. Thank you for that. You've hit it. We have to unite. And you've talked on things about religion that is really holding us back. And we need to free ourselves from that. And of course, most of all, unite. You know, this is what we must say. Exactly. Now, okay, let's go back to Splain. Thank you for waiting, Splain. You were saying something. I wanted you to complete that. And thank you for waiting. So, Splain, let's hear from you. Go ahead. Splain, are you there? Oh, hope the network is not. Splain, can you hear me? Oh, hang on. You shouldn't be muted. Okay. You have to unmute. Okay, good. That's it. There you go. That's it. Yeah.
I was tapping it, but it wasn't responding.
Yeah.
All I was going to say is growing up in a predominantly white area, right? We didn't grow up hearing, I'm not lying to you. You guys don't know me. I don't need to lie to you at all. I did not grow up hearing any racial slurs about any race. And then the first time that we saw an African child or like a dark-skinned boy walking down the street, my brother, who is older, and here's how my mother raised us. And as soon as he asked, why does he not look like us? She beat him right in the middle of the street. And then she just said, we're all different. And then that was it. But we, as a white, and I worked in many companies with different races, and the only time that I experienced this was when I worked for a Japanese company. I was their purchaser, and then I almost got fired because the forklifts that I purchased for the company, I did a couple long-term rentals, and then I bought a couple, and they weren't all from Japanese companies. And because I had good relationships with the companies that weren't Japanese, I told him, I said, I'm in a lot of trouble. This contract has to go away. And I was only allowed to get equipment from Japanese, but as a white, that was not a thing in any other place I worked. And even when I was a supervisor, I fired a white guy and promoted Herbert. Like, you know what I mean? I've only ever experienced that type of racism working at one place. But then I worked for ArcelorMittal, an Indian-owned company, and it was mixed. And again, no issues. But I was just a forklift driver there. But everyone got along, and we even had Thursday buffets where everybody would bring an authentic dish from their homeland, and white people just brought whatever they wanted. Sorry.
No,
It's a
that's
joke
fine.
on us.
I know. I know what you mean there. Yeah.
But as a white, I don't know if it has to do with where you're raised or what, but as a white, I honestly love. I did not grow up like that. I was not. It wasn't a thing. And then as time went on and our town became more mixed, there was no race issues, no anything. We all played together on the playground, and we all grew up together. It was not a thing. So
And this is in Canada, right?
like, I don't know why racism.
Is this in Canada you're talking
Yes,
about?
and I grew
Okay.
up in Ingersoll, Ontario, Canada, and ever since about the age of, I'm going to say, 7 or 8, I remember my best friend was from Vietnamese. They just got here, right?
Okay.
And they fed me fish soup. You know what I mean? So it was always mixed when I was growing up. After about the age of 7 or 8, and race, honestly, as a white, I'm being honest with you, it was never a thing. There's never secret little conversations like not where I grew up, man. It just wasn't there. So I think it sucks. Like when I hear people speak like that, they must have been subjected to some just awful treatment in order to think that we all do that. Like I don't know where they grew up or what they were subjected to, but it brings tears to my eyes, man.
No, thank you
That's it.
thank you for sharing this with us, because it gives us an insight. There are definitely pockets where people would do things in the normal way, and you happen to be in that environment, and it's a good thing. It's a plus for the world, because that way at least you can have a honest and discussion, and you're on a platform that is a largely African platform, and you are speaking truth to power, and you're connecting. That is what we need. That is based on the knowledge. No, no, no. Of course, I mean, we on this platform we let everybody in. It's when somebody now becomes abusive or try to shout over and all that, then we just say no, 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 no. We're not having none of that. So and the fact that we're having this discussion, we're learning from what you're saying, and obviously you're learning from what we are saying, and the experiences we've gone through as a people. So for me, this is a benefit, a win-win, and I'm just hoping that what I'd like is that for more people, what you did one person at a time, speaking to your brother and making him look at things in a different way and think, oh, hang on, and it's gonna be difficult, but he will think and come down to seeing that what you said is correct. So it's getting people to have proper information, real information, and truthful information about Africa, not what has been presented by the mass media. So we're trying to get through that, and of course, I mean, there is an issue of us having our own media to tell our own story from our own point of view. But I'm really grateful for your comments there, and you're always welcome on this platform. And we welcome suggestions, from yourself as well, and it's really really important.
Thank you, young man.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go.
Yes.
And I'm gonna continue to spread your truth on my profile as well.
Thank you.
And I'll spread what knowledge and word I can. So, you guys have a blessed day.
You too. Greetings. Grand rising to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, very interesting. Let me bring in Rolly. Let me bring in Oli. If anybody wants to join in, I'll throw you an invite. So, Regan, Otoyo, and somebody else. Who else? If you haven't spoken, I'll give you top priority. Then I'll go back to Daniel only because of the topic we're doing. Daniel is a very very important in this because we're talking about Kenya. We're talking about the Gen Z and the repeal of the finance bill. So he may get priority above others as we go along. But thank you very much for hanging in there, Daniel. So let's bring in Slum Boy. Let's hear from you. Thank you.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings.
To everyone.
Yeah. Greetings. Welcome.
And
What would you like to say?
thank you for giving me the chance.
No. You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm really happy to see Kenyan youth have done something marvelous for Africa. It's not for Kenya alone. It's for the whole of Africa.
Well said.
I'm from Ghana, and we Ghanaians are watching, and we are learning from it. And we thank the bold Kenyan youth. They are heroes for the nation and for the entire continent. They have shown us the way. Most of we West Africans, we are somehow educated but very coward. And we cannot stand for what we want. And most of the time, they override us. But the Kenyan youth have just showed us as we own the continent. We are the highest in numbers. And we can do it. The Bob Marley said something that they can create all the weapon in the world, but they cannot stop time.
That's it, yes.
You vote for you as a president. You came with all lies, all sort of lies.
Yeah.
Just for you to visit the state, for IMF to draft a bill for you to present to the Kenyan youth, taking us back to slavery. Did we vote for IMF or we vote for Ruto?
Yeah.
Does Africa have a leader at all?
Yeah.
Why don't we give the continent to IMF to come and rule us?
Yeah.
If you come to Ghana now, it's IMF managing our economy.
Wow.
Nigeria, IMF.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the countries in the continent, IMF. But Kenyans have shown something bold. We are taking back our continent.
That's it.
And thank you to Kenyans.
Yes.
God bless them so much.
Ashe.
Our forefathers and the gods of the land protect them and preserve them. For those who have lost their souls, they have a special place.
Ashe.
I pray for them.
Ashe.
May God keep them safe.
Ashe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Slum Boy. Thank you. Do come back again. Very powerful statement. Kenya is showing us the way. We need to really key in on that. This is impacting. What they've done is to show the rest of Africa how we must stand on our truth and ensure that our land becomes ours again. No ifs, no buts. I'm really for that. Yeah. Okay, Oli, welcome on board. Welcome, Oli. What would you like to say? Thank you very much.
Hello, how are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
You see what the Kenyan youth have done?
Yes.
I love what they've done, and this reinforces the fact that social media, right? Social media is powerful. And also when you educate, remember when I came on your platform the last time?
Yeah.
I was so focused on us educating ourselves.
That's it.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, the thing is, you see the Gen Zs
Mm-hmm.
in West Africa, the other man that just spoke, the other brother that just spoke.
Yes. Slum Boy.
He made a statement. He said,
Yeah.
the West African that we are we're lazy, or rather where we are relaxed or something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really pick up what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is, right, is you see, we also, again, it brings us back to education. We can't run away from education.
No.
Okay? Now, you see the Western Africa, when we had, if you understand the history of invasion,
Mm-hmm.
the Western Africa are proud to the invasion of the West.
Mm.
The Western Africa, what we call the Western Africa now, we traded, we were at the forefront of trading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Indeed.
Alongside the Northern Africa. And the reason for that, because we need to understand, again, it's all about education. You know, the Western Africa were very close to the sea.
Yes.
So it's easy for us to go away. It's easy for us to trade across the ocean. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Northern Africa, they are close to the deserts.
Mm-hmm.
It's also easy for them to trade across the borders.
Yes.
That was when we didn't have the borders with us. Okay? So if you look at the southern, what we now call the Eastern Africa, they were in between.
Indeed, that's
Okay?
correct. Yes.
So they are nomads. They are like
Yes.
They are more of nomads. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what they did to us when they came, and it wasn't just what they did. Our elite also did exact same thing
Mm-hmm.
with the aid of our elites. Okay, they were able to draw. They were able to draw a map around us and create boundaries. Okay, they created invisible borders simply to exploit Africa. Okay. Now, for us in the Western Africa, I would say we're very complicit because over time, we love the flamboyancy. We love, what we should be seen as a priority is what becomes the least of our priorities.
I can relate. Yes.
And so much so that for us as Western Africa, despite the level of our education, despite the level of our civilization, and I'm not in any way saying it to to dismiss other African, like the East, South, and West of Africa, East, South, and North of Africa. The reason I'm saying this is, you see, when the colonial masters, when the West started coming to Africa, okay, when they came to Africa, they came through the West because through the sea it was easier.
Exactly.
To connect into Africa. Okay? So we had a lot of interaction. But instead of us to focus on educating and empowering ourselves, we saw luxury because that's what it is, even till date. When you look at the Western Africa, we're looking at luxury. Our conversation in Western Africa is about I
luxury.
have money, she has money. We're looking at class. It's about buying private jets.
Oh.
It's about buying build the biggest house.
Oh.
You understand?
Nah.
Our priority is so different from the Southern Africans and the Eastern Africans.
Yeah.
And if you look,
Go ahead. Ollie, what's happened?
The role of colonization and slave trade. The Western Africa was. Can you get me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So you said the Western Africa, when slave trade was wrapping up in the Western Africa, most of it was just beginning in the northern and other parts of Africa. Okay? Again, when you follow the colonization, while it was ending in Western Africa, the Southern and Eastern Africa were still going through the process. Okay? So the reason why I am drawing our mind back is, for us, Western Africa, I hate to say, I think there's something not right with us. I honestly think there's something not right with us. And the reason why I'm saying there's something not right with us is because when you look at this, when I I have a lot of friends from Southern and Eastern Africa, okay? And when I look at them, when I interact with them, because of the kind of job I do, I travel a lot. When I go to Eastern Africa, sometimes as a Nigerian, I ask myself, where are we sleeping? Why are we calling ourselves giants of Africa?
It's like the real man said now.
Eastern Africa. Right? An average Eastern Africa is very patriotic of their country. An average Eastern Africa knows the day-to-day political events in their country. They're not just engaging politics from the angle of, oh, this person is giving me 5,000 naira or whatever, £1, to go and vote. They are asking questions, why am I voting? What is you are coming here, what are you coming to come and do in this office? And what you then see is, in their parliament is not filled with old, retired governors, like we have in Nigeria, like we have in the northern, like we have in other Western Africa. Their parliament is filled with young brains. Okay, and as a result of that, you find that their government cannot. Yeah, don't get me wrong, their government is not perfect.
Yeah.
Right, but their government cannot misbehave. So I will bring it back to us. Like, let me put the example of Nigeria. This weekend, while people were preparing for Davido's wedding, the Kenyans were busy fighting. They were questioning the tax system. Okay? They were questioning the tax system.
You're right. You're right.
Questioning the tax system. They were also questioning the impact it's going to have, and they were demanding that it be changed. But if you put that, let's flip it back to Nigeria. Using Nigeria because
I'm hiding already. I'm hiding. I'm hiding. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nigeria, well, our what's the name? Our National Assembly is filled with old men and women.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their concubines and their sugar daddies are there.
Yeah.
And what you then see is, instead of passing law that is progressive
Yeah.
in Nigeria, the laws they are passing is regressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Now, look at Julius Malema. Look at what happened in South Africa. I mean, I follow Julius Malema. I've been privileged to meet him on few occasions.
Wow.
Because I do the Pan-African thing, and also because of my job as well.
Wow.
Okay? I've met him one-on-one. We've had shared podium one-on-one and stuff like that. What I like about him, the Julius Malema on media does not do justice to him.
No.
You need to meet him one-on-one to understand him.
Wow.
Media doesn't do justice to him at all. Okay? And one thing that struck me about Julius Malema and other young South Africans and even Kenyans is they are very vast with knowledge. They don't just talk because they don't just open their mouth and talk. Look at us. Okay, what day was it? Tuesday that we had Davido's wedding, and I'm hammering on that.
Yes, I saw.
On Tuesday we had Davido's wedding in Nigeria. Okay, now it was a rain of dollars to tell you how backward our brains are.
Exactly.
It was a rain of dollars. It was a rain of pounds. Okay, now in that same Nigeria, you would believe an average Nigerian feeds less than $1 per day. Okay, in the same Nigeria, there is high rate of lack of employment. Not among the elders. Nigeria has 64% youth. Right? In our population, the entire population, 64% of our entire population are young brain, young people under 26. And do you know what is happening? They graduate. The ones that manage to go to school, they graduate. They never get a job. If they can't get a job, they can't even get a business. Because the system is not the way the Nigerian system is. It doesn't encourage progressive brain.
No.
Okay. Now, those who you see that are flaunting business, they are either having to do. Unfortunately, they are having to, spread their legs or fight their way to get to the club. Okay, to get to the elite club. Now, meanwhile, if you go to Rwanda, let me take you down to Rwanda. You go to Rwanda, the people, the fashion industry is filled with young brains.
Wow.
It's not about luxury. They don't flaunt Gucci. They don't flaunt. I just came back 2 weeks ago from Rwanda. Through the job I do, I just came back from Rwanda, and I can tell you, the fact, in Rwanda, they don't even, it's rare that you don't actually find foreign clothing anymore. Their clothing are actually being made internally.
Very good.
There is a ban to foreign clothing in Rwanda.
Wow, you see, that's progressive thinking there, right there.
Yeah, there's a ban to foreign clothing in Rwanda. Every fashion has to be made from within. Now, let me take you to Uganda. You know, in Uganda produced the highest quantity of cheese across the globe. Okay?
Wow.
In Uganda, I can say it confidently that when you go to the Ugandan market, and I mean, I'm sure we have some Ugandans here.
Yeah.
If you go to the Ugandan market, if you go and buy stuff, why they are selling milk from abroad, like the so-called foreign milk, they are also selling the Ugandan-made milk. So the market is parallel. The commodities are parallel. Okay? In Nigeria, what do we have? We are having Western food. Okay? The Western food becomes our food. Now, the brother talked about IMF.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on this platform that I mentioned that everybody should go and buy this book by Dambisa Moyo. You don't even have to buy it because you can get it online.
Yeah.
You can get an online e-copy online. It's called Dead Age.
Yeah.
Dead as in D-E-A-D.
Yes, yes. In fact, yes. You did speak about that. Yes.
Right? Yeah. By Dambisa Moyo. Now, you say the whole thing around IMF. The IMF, what's the name? The WHO,
Yeah.
the UNICEF, DFID, name all the international NGOs. Okay? If you are an African, if you are not well, you need to be educated to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying it in a rude way.
No.
When I say education, I'm not saying go to school. I'm talking about educating yourself away from what Google is teaching you. Okay?
Yes.
Now, if you go now I am 47, right? I can tell you, citizen AY, that since I was a child, I've been hearing of UNICEF. I have seen UNICEF. The same project they are doing in Nigeria is the same project they are doing till date.
Oh.
The only difference is every year they rename the projects. Okay? They rename the project, they're using the same funds for project. Now, what Africans don't understand is the INGO, that's INGO means international government, I can't remember what they're called. INGOs, the voluntary, whatever they call themselves.
What you mean? You mean NGOs? Do you mean NGOs?
Yeah, NGOs, international government, whatever they are called, NGO.
Non-profit organizations.
Yeah. But I'm not talking of the indigenous one. I'm talking of the international one.
Yes.
The likes of USEC.
Yes.
The likes of USEC. The likes of
Let me just check.
What's the name? The likes of UNICEF.
Red Cross.
FID.
Yeah.
You have Red Cross. Now, let me give you one secret in case, because this is something that we all need to start thinking about. Have you noticed that, when they wanted, so in Africa has become a dumping ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Whereby when they have when they wanted to create war in Africa, guess what they did? They created International Refugee Council.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Which is an important refugee council.
Yeah.
Right? They created that NGO. And you know what they did? They got our own Africans to edit. Okay? Now, what started happening? So how did they know that there was going to be war for them to create International Refugee Council?
Wow.
Has anybody ever asked that question?
Very good point. Very good point.
Okay. Now, they created Oxfam. Okay? Oxfam has been there. They have been saving people. There's also the Mary Mill. They said they are feeding people. How did they know there's going to be starvation? How can there be starvation in Africa when the land is filled with milk and honey?
Fertile, like.
African land is very fertile. So how can there be starvation? But they created this international NGO, Mary Mill and all of them. They created them. And interestingly, our own elites, our own Africans, instead of asking, why are these people creating these organizations? What we are doing is we are fighting ourselves to get jobs with them. Okay? Now, and do you know that the funding, the so-called IMF, that is supposed to be giving us loan to be funding our country, the money that the majority of donation of IMF comes from Africa.
There you go.
Okay? That same money that is taken away from Africa through black gold. I'm not going to tell you what black gold is.
Yeah.
Go and find out what black gold means.
Yeah. Resources.
Right? Through black gold. That same money that they make through black gold is what is donated to IMF. And that same money is what is given to African leaders as loan. How can you collect money from my bank account and then loan it back to me?
That's what the French are doing. Wow.
Okay. Now, I talked about the Commonwealth thing the other time. You see, there are a lot of things that we have in Africa that until we become educated, and this is where I love the Kenyans.
Thank you. I'm glad you.
South African youth and the Ugandans, okay? Because they are questioning their system.
That's it.
Kenyans, they have this mobile, the mobile payment app.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called in Kenya, but I know that they have it. So much so that even a market woman can use that mobile app. They can use that money app to save their money. They can use it to transact.
Somebody said M-Pesa. Somebody said M-Pesa.
Yeah.
Yes, M-Pesa.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with you when I went to Kenya. Every time I go to Kenya, I'm always intrigued. Okay? Well, when we had COVID, why the Western country were running helter-skelter looking for how to connect their rural farmer to their urban community. Kenyans were already doing that. They were doing that years ago. Over a decade ago, they started doing that.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and they started educating themselves. The election in Kenya is not like our election. It's not like the jamboree we do in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Their election, they are youngsters, they are Gen Zs. The Gen Zs in Kenya are actively involved.
That's it.
The Gen Zs in South Africa are actively involved.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In Nigeria where I come from, the Gen Zs in my own, they are busy dancing to Davido.
Yes.
They are busy dancing to Shake Your Bum Bum. While they are busy shaking whatever they are shaking on social media,
yeah,
their fellow Gen Zs in Eastern Africa and Southern Africa are demanding accountability from their leaders.
This is it.
And that accountability that they demanded, that they are demanding from their leaders, is what is producing what we've seen in Kenya recently. Okay? And so, for us as Africans, and in short, I won't say I'm ashamed to be I'm not ashamed to be a Western African. But I think with the level of English, this is not the time to be speaking English. This is a time for us to go back. It is a time for us to go back to our drawing board. There is nothing that the Kenyan Gen Zs did.
Thank you very much.
Abnormal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There is nothing they've done that is abnormal.
No.
What we then need to do is for the Gen Zs, the more maybe we need to keep sharing what they are doing in their own, like in Kenya, in South Africa, in Uganda. Because they are demanding accountability. And that's what governance is all about.
That's it.
You demand accountability. Okay? Look at Nigeria. Our leaders, I'm 47 like I said. Our leaders have been saying, we build Lagos Abuja Ibadan Road. And they have been building it for the past 47 years. And nobody is asking questions. Just to make, I suppose, you know this. But just to, in wrapping up, can you imagine? They said in Nigeria, politicians are telling us that Python, as a snake,
has eaten
money. How do you make it make sense?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Right? It really doesn't make any sense.
Our political candidate, the so-called political candidate, they are sitting. They are telling us, "Don't worry, I will build tap water."
Yeah.
At this dispensation.
Yeah.
That's what they are saying. They are not even telling us what is in their manifesto.
No.
Peter Obi was screaming, I'm going to make money. I will make sure that we have money. The question is, how are you going to do it? The Peter Obi that is promising Nigerians that he wanted to give, that is going to make sure that everybody is rich. The Peter Obi, all his investment is abroad.
Exactly. There you go.
He doesn't have any investment within.
Wow.
All his investment is abroad. So if Peter Obi governed Anambra State for 8 years, for that 8 years, there was no local government chairman elected. There was no single road he made. Instead, all he kept saying is, I will save money. How can you save money when your people are impoverished?
Very true.
I'm hoping that our people will start asking, questions about international NGOs.
That's correct. Non-governmental organizations.
Yeah, international non-government organizations. We'll start asking questions. I mean, in my lifetime, I would never have believed that Nigeria will have IDPs.
Oh, my goodness.
We have IDP camp in Nigeria.
It's crazy.
Of all countries.
It's crazy.
So hopefully we all get educated, because education is the key. There's a video. I'm going to share the video with you.
Yes, please. Yes.
There's a video about. So if anybody has a time, you need to. I mean, there's some books you need to have in your what's the name?
Yeah.
On your if you have a e-journal or
Yes.
e-diary something. You know the book like how European underdeveloped Africa.
I've got that book.
It's important.
I have it. It's Walter Rodney. Walter Rodney. I've got it. Yes.
Right?
I'll be reading excerpts from it actually. Yeah. Yes. I've got that too. I've got that too as well. I've got that too.
Right?
Yes.
Then, you know, there are other books I will look at. I've got quite good number of books. So the thing is, for us as Africans, we need to start educating ourselves. We should stop going on social media for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Not for dancing.
Using social media to shake bomb.
No.
It's not about shaking your bomb and buying Gucci.
Yeah, exactly.
The Gucci that we are buying.
Yeah.
Do you know that for every gold that we buy, a child is dying in Congo?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
child is dying. Do you know that body shop for my people in Ghana? Because I want to say things that will get people angry and get them start thinking.
Somebody, one second. Somebody wanted us to reconfirm the name of that book. I think it's How Europe Underdeveloped Africa by Walter Rodney. Is that correct?
Yes, How Europeans Underdeveloped Africa.
Yeah, by Walter Rodney. Okay, carry on.
Now,
Yeah.
do you know that in Body Shop? You know Body Shop in the UK?
Yes.
There's a shop called Body Shop.
Yes.
Do you know that Body Shop has a farm in Ghana? They have a commercial farm in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, that commercial farm in Ghana was given to them through an international NGO. Okay? They own that farm and that's where they get the raw product of everything that they produce. Yet, when they come and sell over here abroad, they will tell you they are raising money for people in Ghana.
Yeah.
But they're actually not raising money. Everybody working there works less than a cedi.
Wow. They earn less than a cedi.
For those of us that love the luxury of I want to buy Gucci, I want to buy Louis Vuitton or all the names, Rolex, all of them. Every time you are buying Gucci, every time you are buying Louis Vuitton, and I'm not telling you not to buy, it's your money.
Yes.
But remember, every time you are buying that, think of the Congo, think of Sudan, think of Northern Africa, think of Taraba State, think of Adamawa State, all these countries. Look at African countries where there are wars, where there are IDP camps. There is a reason why those things are there. There's a reason. All these international NGO, there's a reason why they're in Africa. If you think they're there to improve Africa, you are in for shock.
Okay. Wow. Oli.
So every luxury you're buying, think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're also contributing to the destruction of Africa.
Wow. Oli, very.
Yeah. Elder, this is not far from Kenya itself, because if Gen Z implement these things, you're hitting them on their pockets immediately. Because we see this scenario. So it's not far from Kenya, because this event is happening everywhere. Because we need to convince them that you don't need to do this global trading. Remember, Arabs have done it before.
Yes.
They compromised us. That's why Mozambique has melted.
Yes.
Zungu is coming back again this time. Even this whole simple thing they're saying that human creators started from Africa is nonsense. We know where they came from. Go on, brother.
My brother, it's not about the Muzungus really. It's about our own elite in Africa. A stranger cannot come to your house and slap your face if they don't have the entrance, they don't have the code, they don't have the key to your door. Okay? So you see our politicians and the so-called elite, Dangote, you know Dangote?
Yeah.
If you understand what the damages Dangote is doing to Africa.
I know.
Dangote is building factory, yes, but it is a face. They said the face of Esau.
Yeah.
The hands of Esau, but the voice of Jacob.
Yes.
Okay. The $10, it is the hands of Esau, the
Voice of Jacob.
Okay. So one thing you need to know, for every rich person you have in your country, they are rich because they have known how to eat as an elite. Okay? And it's important that people begin to understand that.
Okay.
So when anybody is coming in saying they want to be your leader, why are they coming in? What is the
motive for them. Yeah.
And the reason, and before you can ask those questions, you need to educate yourself.
Indeed.
Away from what the Muzungus, the Oyibos are telling you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Oli. Wow, a lot of information. Yeah.
Can I please give my submission very quickly?
Yes, please go ahead.
I've listened to Mr. Oni. I am from Uganda, and I don't entirely agree with everything that he says. I live in England, but he cannot use Uganda as an example.
Okay.
I had the same president for 40 years.
Okay. Okay.
And it is insane that Ugandans, we still have the same president when they're stealing everything clean every single day. So Uganda cannot be used as an example.
Okay.
The
Okay.
biggest problem we have from the colonialists, and I speak it with all due respect, I'm not even scared. They gave us so many silly things. They gave us religion, and we jumped with it. Someone will be so upset because you're talking about their religion.
Yeah.
And they believe, and every single time you ask them, have you heard about God? Have you spoken to God? Have you ever seen God? And the pastors are extremely rich. But the sheep are so poor. I live in England and I work with British people and they don't go to church.
Exactly.
But they're rich.
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely nonsense. We continuously make excuses that they need us. It's not anything to do with the leaders. It's us. It's us. It's us, the consumers. We ought to put a stand and put an end to that nonsense.
Yeah.
The younger Generation Z in Kenya, stood up and raised their voices against the nonsense.
Yeah.
It may not yield what they want today, but at the end of the day, they have spoken. And also had to come out and have to do a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Now we have the tribes. That is another problem. Someone gets so upset because I'm Igbo and the other person is Yoruba and they're thinking, okay, the Yoruba person should be the president, no, it's a Hausa and blah, blah, blah. But then, when you're talking, how can you support someone simply because they are of your same tribe? What absolute nonsense. We are part of the problem because we vote for these people.
That's true.
We vote for these people ourselves.
Yeah.
We put them into that.
Yeah.
They come and convince us and lie to us and give us cheap nonsense. And we vote them into power. Why don't we say no for once? Ugandans I am Ugandan. We've had the same president for 40 years. It's disrespectful. What is this gentleman only has said that Uganda is doing this and that. There is absolutely nothing. Everything they sell out of Uganda, they steal. It's only one family owning everything. It's a cabal. Uganda is 45 million Ugandans, and just about 10,000 people own everything that belongs to Uganda.
Oh.
The oil, the petrol,
Oh.
the gold, everything that Uganda owns.
Wow.
It's just a small family owning this.
That's not right.
And then when people come out to protest, people start saying, okay, yes, I believe we need change, but why would you break the city? We need to mess around these things for once and for all.
Yeah.
As Africans, we ought to stop these emotions. Always coming up with emotions and complaining. We rather complain and use our emotions and get so attached to particular people. Someone will become Team AY. Because AY invites them to their panel and then that's it. It doesn't matter if AY is saying the wrong things, they're just going to be their team. Because someone is a friend, like Mr. Oli was talking about, Davido. Africans, we tend to like the celebrities, but they don't even know you.
Exactly.
They don't buy you anything. They can't even get some of that money to give it to charity. They only do charity when they have messed around. So we need to raise up as Africans.
Yes.
For once and for all. We prioritize what doesn't matter. We cannot use Uganda as an example anywhere when Uganda has the same president for 40 years. We cannot.
I hear.
It's a whole mess.
Yeah. No.
As Ugandans, we need to raise our voices and speak and stop this nonsense.
do you
Everything has been stolen.
yes, do you know about your do you know do you have constitution in Uganda? Do you have constitution at all?
It is a messed up constitution because it's been changed many times. They've changed the term limits. They changed the age limit. So the constitution is useless. They give themselves the supplement budget. Do you know how much money they're using? Trillions of dollars for just the supplementary budget. To give themselves, to buy themselves cars, to buy them private jets, to do and this and that and the other. Uganda is in a mess. You shouldn't even use it only. Go and
But
do
what
research.
what
Uganda is a mess.
But sister, I think I get what you're saying, and I'm not in any way. I'm not saying Uganda is set stone perfect. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, from the angle of them producing, yes, of course, every country have their own politics. Every country have their own level of corruption. Okay, but when we see certain things, right, we need to be able to call, like in Nigeria, for instance. In Uganda, when I went to Uganda, they were selling Ugandan kind of milk, and they were also selling the Western milk, right? But in Nigeria, what do we have? Everything that is happening in Nigeria
is Western, foreign.
Yeah, but because only in
I
Uganda,
get what you're
the
saying.
reason as to why we have milk in Uganda is Ugandans are cattle keepers. It's like Rwanda.
Yeah, I
They're cattle
know.
keepers. So that's okay. Uganda also produces the best roses in the whole world.
Yes,
We sell the
I
roses to
get that.
expats.
My
But
sister,
the other thing is, whatever we own, okay, let's put it in perspective. Whatever we own in Uganda is called the Pearl of Africa for a reason. But whatever we own is owned by one family. Period.
yes, I get that. I'm not in any way celebrating it.
So what do we do? Okay, I'm going to finish so that somebody else speaks. What
Thank-
do we do?
Yeah.
Okay.
We Africans must unite on one cause and forget our tribe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And forget our religion. And forget about our social class. We need to unite because united we stand, divided we fall.
Yes,
Because the colonists, they will continue pushing their hand because the presidents are taking money from them through loans. That is not loans. Those are not aid. It's called trade. It's not a charity.
Yeah.
It's trade. They are taking something from us. They're taking our petrol. They're taking our food. They're taking our timber. They're taking our young people to go to Congo to fight for them because they want the cobalt. So we need to resist this nonsense. You Nigerians are strong character people. Why do you have to allow these things? Because do you know what they do?
Yes.
See the strong characters and pay them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to start beating up these people.
Oh, don't say that, please. Don't say that on there. Don't say that on there. You can't say that on air because they will. We have to deal with them. It's better. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what, my
We need
sister?
to find a way of dealing with them slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they pay off people.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there is a high rate of infiltration.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when somebody speaks in a louder voice, they either pay them off or they kill them.
On a live. You can't say those words. You put this program, this broadcast in trouble. On a live.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You cannot use.
Thank you.
You cannot use VIOLENC.
Exactly.
As you cannot use that to resolve issues.
Yeah.
Whatever we do, you see, in the past we have done it the tough way.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten results.
Yeah.
You see what the Westerns have done, right?
Mm.
We have election. I'm glad you say you're living in the UK. Election is coming.
Yeah.
In the UK, right? You see the poor in the UK, whether the poor, whether the rich, whatever it is. What they've learned to do is they've learned to understand how to read their constitution.
That's it.
And read the nitty-gritty of information in their country. So that any politician, you can see, Rishi Sunak is not having a great time.
No.
Neither is Labour. It is not business as usual.
No. They are all afraid.
An average 4-year-old in the UK, if you tap a 4-year-old in the UK, they understand who the leader is.
Exactly.
They understand how the system works. For us in Africa, we can't keep using VIOLENC,
No.
right, to get things done.
No.
We need to educate ourselves.
Mm.
And that is what the Kenyan Gen Zs have done.
Yeah.
They educated themselves so much so that they were able to say, this is not what we want.
Yeah.
And we don't want it because
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So we need to, yes, one Africa needs to exist. Yes, this needs to happen. But before you can have a one Africa, we all need to educate ourselves.
So the constitution that we're talking about on this platform now, that we're trying to advocate for all countries to know of, is very vital then, would you say, in our languages?
Yeah, because don't see. Look at, let me bring the UK as an example. Okay, you know we are all doing election in the UK.
Yes,
right?
in a few days.
UK and America, they are doing election, but let's use the UK. Okay, now they are doing election. With this election that they are doing, you can see that Richie Sunak, the conservative government,
Yes.
they're not having an easy ride.
No.
Because people are questioning their manifesto.
Mm-hmm.
They are questioning their policies. The same goes for Labour. The same goes for the Reform UK, whatever they call
Liberal
it.
Democrats and Reform UK. Yes, they have been questioned.
Okay. It's not a case of, it's not like the African thing where you say, oh, I want to build road, I want to build bridge.
No.
They are asking you, how would you fund what you want to do?
Exactly.
How, this thing that you want to do, how do you want to achieve it? At what time? And then who is going to pay for it?
Exactly.
Is our tax going to increase? Is our tax going to reduce?
Exactly.
Is it going to impact on unemployment? Is it going to impact on employment? What is happening to pension? What, you know, there are questions being asked. Okay? When you say in Africa, instead of us asking questions, we are being feisty. We want to fight. We want to do it the Gra way. Gra does not get things done. And that is why the system, that's why the Muzungus find it so easy to penetrate us, because whilst they know that when we make noise, they look for the person that has the loudest noise.
Yeah.
And then they're able to settle them.
Exactly.
And once that person is settled, everybody goes quiet.
Okay.
That was what happened with Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, yeah.
Nelson Mandela started right. Okay? And then the moment they noticed it was the one with the loudest voice of noise. So what did they do? They bought him around. Go and ask any South Africa, they will tell you.
Yeah.
He was bought. They bought him, and then they made him. They made sure he came out of prison. They made him a president. Okay, but because Winnie Mandela did not sell him into them.
Yeah, exactly.
They silenced her. They extradited her. Okay, so we have used the same pattern over the years where we make the loudest noise, we scream and shout, and the system. What did they do? They look for the one that has the loudest noise.
Yeah, and then
they settle them, and then we are back to the same story.
But this time,
so
if you
educate yourself,
yeah,
nobody can bribe anybody.
Exactly.
And that is what has happened with Kenya. So bringing it back to Kenya,
yeah,
you find that those children, those Gen Zs, because they educated themselves, nobody was able to buy them over. They were able to hold the system to a standstill.
Very good point. Very good point.
If they were just making noise without being educated,
yeah,
what would have happened was they would look for the one with the loudest noise.
Okay.
The one with the loudest, where they would get the person and then pay the person, and that would be the end of it.
Okay. Now, thank you very much, Oli. I'm just gonna let other people talk now. Thank you so much for that interjection as well, and very well said. Now let's hear from the real man, then Vanna. Oh no, Vanna. Oh, hang on, the real man. 1 second. Vanna, go ahead. Vanna, go ahead. You've been waiting. Go ahead. Vanna.
Well, I just want to say, every time you hear someone say that we need to get rid of the Constitution, you can tell they do not know their constitutional rights.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Now, there has never been a defeat of black people without the help of black people. Never.
Yes. Yeah.
So, now I'm saying unite. We are uniting. We are uniting. And for the time that we've been separated, now we are actually uniting faster.
That's it.
And now we have a major subject that we must unite on.
That's it.
As
the Constitution.
The Kenyans educate themselves.
Yeah.
They're fighting for their constitutional rights.
Exactly.
Just look at Mali. If you want to go out of the continent.
Yeah.
You got 3 examples
Exactly.
of giving the people their constitutional rights.
Exactly. Yeah.
Family,
All we have
family.
to
Do
Yeah.
you mind, host?
excuse them.
Do you mind muting Top Sport 10?
Top
Because he's writing some nonsense. These are like the Mzungu guy.
Top Sport.
Just block him.
I'm going to do that now. Actually, Top Sport 10.
He's calling us fufu, whatever. Yeah, just mute him.
Okay, I'll mute him.
About you, fufu.
I'll mute him. I'm thanks
those
for.
are the invaders.
Yeah.
That's how they speak. Yeah.
So yeah.
Go on, Mama, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vanna. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes, all we have to do, while we now, here we have 3 examples. The first time African has ever had the chance to rule their own land. Now, I mean, that should be on everybody's mind, on everybody's TV. It just should be broadcasted and talked about all the time. Now, how did they do it?
Yeah.
They're simply giving the people their constitutional rights.
Exactly.
And when we say that we need to get rid of the Constitution, you don't know your rights in the Constitution.
You need to know it first.
Everyone needs to join the movement to get everyone on the continent
Yeah.
that is melanated needs to join the movement to get the Constitution in their community. I raise my case.
Thank you so much, Vanna. Thank you. Well said. So what Vanna's saying again is translating it to our local languages, and she's absolutely right. Thank you so much, Vanna, for that. Let's go to the real man. Then we'll go to Mutindi, and then Daniel, of course, you'll chip in again. The real man, thank you for your patience. You've been waiting a long time. Let's hear from you again. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I was busy with something. You didn't take me down. Thanks for that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so all I can add is that, guys, the African continent, we have everything here. We need to realize that, and we need to acknowledge that and be thankful that we have this. And those that are outside of the continent, you guys are already out of the continent. But I think we need those of us that are here and you guys that are there, you need to encourage the Africans to stay in our continent and build our continent.
Yes.
Because these people, it's not possible that they can come to the African continent, steal the resources, and also steal our people.
Yeah.
And we are not realizing that we are going to work for other nations. And when we get there, what are they doing? They are not even treating us with respect.
Yeah.
That's why you hear people fight, crying about racism, this and that.
Yeah.
We have our continent, and you know what? As people move in, move out, these white people move in.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example in my country.
Say YT next time, please. Say YT. Say YT
This
people. Don't say, say YT people. Don't, okay?
Yeah, white people. Okay, host white people. So in my country, there's a lot of them coming in, guys. And South Africa in the African continent is one country that has got a lot of these white people. We have a lot of them here. And to show that we have got something good going on in Africa and in this country as well, they are not willing to leave. Because we've been saying for so long that you guys, since you feel we're not united with you and all of that, why are you not leaving? But they are not willing to leave. They tell you that this is our land as well. So all I'm saying is as Africans, guys, we just really need to sit down and understand what we have here. We have something great.
Yes.
And these people are coming for this, and they are moving out to go and work in their countries. I understand that, but I think from now going forward, let us look at what we have, and let us protect what we have. What we have is beautiful. We have the minerals. We have everything. There is no continent that can survive without the African continent. No
Indeed.
one.
None.
That's why you see your France are not willing. They were not willing to leave Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, and they're still in these other African countries as well. So, and at the end of the day, they also call the African continent poor and all of that. So what are you doing in a poor continent?
Exactly.
What
exactly.
Are you doing? Why are you not leaving?
Yeah.
Go and stay in your rich continent
exactly.
or your rich countries. But they are here. They don't want to leave.
No.
You saw that they had to be forced in Niger and all those countries to leave
Yeah.
the countries. They were not willing to do
No.
that. So, guys, we have got some beautiful things here. The weather is great. Let me tell you guys before I can land.
Yeah.
Africa is a chosen continent. We have got the resources. We have got a good weather. We have got the fertile land. We have got beautiful animals. We have got beautiful animals. I'm talking about your giraffes,
Yes.
the lion,
Yes.
all of these beautiful animals
Yes.
are here in the African continent. And we cannot leave these things for them, whereas these things, they belong to us. So it's about time for us to stand up and do what is right. So that's why I like what Kenya did to William Ruto and his government, because William Ruto has disappointed all of us.
All of us.
In the African continent. We also have to deal with the Bola Tinubus of this world. Actually, I think everybody, including the president we have here, Cyril Ramaphosa, we have to deal with these people so that we can finally make sure that as Africans, we only have this continent. Because wherever we go, we have people that are, abusing us in terms of racism. So this is our continent. They cannot also come here, want to take over and also abuse us in our own continent. We can't. So
Indeed.
this has to come to an end. Thank you, host. I'm gonna go down, and I'm also going to leave your panel. But thanks for the opportunity. Really.
Thank you so much. Do come back again, dear man. I appreciate that. We really appreciate you and your wise words. We need to really take action. Let's key in on the words he said. They're very key words. Us really taking control back on our continent. And what they want, the fact that they want our continent means that there is something in there and we must begin to benefit from it. This is why we need that constitution. Thank you so much. Let me just, I don't know what happened there. 1 second. Follow back. I don't know what's happened there. Okay. Now, let me, Mutindi, welcome. You've been very, thank you for being patient. Let's hear from you as well. Mutindi, welcome on board. It's a pleasure to have you here. What would you like to say in terms of Kenya and, your thoughts generally? Thank you very much. Welcome aboard.
Yes. Hello, everyone in the house.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Mutindi and I'm from Kenya.
Oh.
And, the conversation is really touching. It is good, and we are happy the way you are supporting us as Kenyans and as Team Gen Zs of Kenya.
Yes.
In fact, I'm one of the Gen Zs. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
for sure, we are sad. We are not happy with what is happening because, the government has refused to listen to us. And instead of our leaders supporting us, they are also against the will of Kenyans. So that's why mostly the Gen Zs are sad because it is not about the finance bill.
No.
It's not about the finance bill because, the people are it's like we are tired, eh?
Yes, of course. Of course.
The youth, they are educated. It's about an empty stomach, full of brains, without a job. And some of them, they also have young families to take care of. But you don't have a job. How will you do that? Men are even crying, saying, I lost a wife. I lost my husband because I'm jobless. Because we can't handle this. But the leaders are not listening. So, like, the way they were going to occupy the parliament, of which sometimes it is sad because many things were destroyed there.
Yeah.
But at some point, we are still happy with what happened on Tuesday because we feel like we are doing something. Our cries maybe at some point it will be heard. For what the police are also doing, it is very sad also. We are not happy about it because they are killing people. They are just shooting. They don't care. And I think the work of the police is to protect the people, but not to kill them.
Yeah.
And even after the incident, the government, not even the government, the president himself, he is calling the Gen Z's criminals.
Yeah, no.
That is very sad.
Sad. Really sad.
Yeah, because that is hard insult on the hood. So we are not happy, but we believe that at some point he will listen to Kenyans, and we don't know what we can do for him to listen to us, but Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For the youths, yeah, and those who lost their lives, we just pray to God to give them the courage
Ashe. Ashe.
to move on, because life must continue.
It must. It must. It must.
We just we are just happy for those who are listening to the young people, to the youth, and to believe maybe at some point they'll listen to the young generation, because they are fighting for their future, for tomorrow, for the Gen Alpha. Because at, at the end of the day, we need to have the next generation. And without a change of today, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. We have to fight today.
Exactly.
Because tomorrow is on our hands too.
Exactly.
So we are just happy, guys. Thank you so much for the support you are giving us.
You're welcome.
The points you are giving us, they are the one which will give us the courage to move on.
That's it. Absolutely. We would like to. We'll have you again. Listen. Thank you so very much, and everybody, please make sure you are following each other on here. We are supporting the Gen Zs, Mutindi, Daniel Manyika, many others. We need the support there, because when Kenya gets it right, guess what? The whole of Africa will also get it right, because we will follow in that footsteps. So we need that to also support them. Please go ahead. Let's continue the work, and please keep up the good work, Gen Z. You and Daniel there, I'm really grateful, and others as well. We are in support of what you're doing, and we need other African youths in other nations to emulate exactly what you're doing. Very important. So thank you, Mutindi. Thank you for joining. I truly appreciate your comments. Let's hear from Daniel again. Thank you so much, Mutindi, and do come again and join us. Daniel, thank you. You've been.
Give me a sec, Elder. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. We got Vanna is going to say tipping. Go ahead, Vanna.
Yes. I would just like to say, the queen that just spoke.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, her spirit is high also.
Yes.
But I just want to make a suggestion, and take it or leave it. We will be much more empowered and guided when we start giving reverence to our ancestors. When we begin to give reverence to our ancestors,
Ashe.
they're on the front line with us.
Ashe.
The God we're calling on and giving thanks to, that actually works against us.
Ashe.
Because we are actually insulting our ancestors.
Ashe.
So
Ashe.
I just want to say that.
Thank you very much for that gentle reminder. Well said, Verna, and it's good to remind us. We need to be reminded our ancestors are with us in the struggle. Well said. Let's go on to Oponyo Gloria. Welcome. You spoke yesterday. Then we'll go to Kokosi. Let's say so. Gloria, welcome on board. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say, Gloria? Welcome. Hello, Gloria. Are you there? Gloria Oponyo. Gloria, can you hear me? Hello, Gloria. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, good. Yes. Hi there. Well, yeah, hello there. Welcome. Yeah, it's great to have you again. What would you like to say? Welcome aboard.
I'm just saying that since they have closed the school, I'm so happy. Huh?
Okay.
So it gives us the time for us to think on what's to.
Oh, you muted yourself. Unmute yourself. You muted yourself. You have to unmute yourself. Oh, I think okay. The network is again a problem here. You have to. Oh, I think it's a network issue she's got there. Gloria, I do hope you will come back.
Network issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay.
So
Go ahead.
I was just gonna add on what the real man mentioned.
Yes.
French. So this time they're shuffling their leader. So what's happening is that the Mzungus are positioning their women in position. And this is another thing I want us as Gen Z to do.
Yeah.
We need to exercise to position our sisters in those arenas as well.
Yes.
Because there's only 2 presidents. Malawian president was a woman, and then there's the fake one in Tanzania, the one that's allowing the Mzungu to come through. But then the thing is that the Italian president, I think she's the one who manages behind. She's a woman.
Yes.
That's the one that's literally monetizing and organizing. then the French are doing the same thing as well. So us as Africans,
Yeah.
we need to exercise as the best as we can to position our sisters and our mothers in those positions.
Absolutely.
Because women are very good at governing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if they keep the house organized, it means they can keep an organization organized. Okay, it may be noisy.
Our women are GODs. They are GODs. No joke.
Exactly.
They are GODs.
Exactly. When you go in your African markets, who do you see in the markets? Most of them.
Women.
It's the mothers. So if you want to talk about economy, who runs it? It's them.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of us organizing each other and just make sure that we give each other therapy to continue decolonize as we go. If we speak about education, just be free to tap into your sister's mindset and the mothers, because all these leaders, male, it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
When we hear the chiefs, king, it doesn't make sense. Something is a bit funny. So that's why we need to understand how to bring that balance together again. That brother and sisterhood, that parenthood, whether it's fatherhood, elderhood, gogohood, we have to bring that back again. So we have to exercise those things in everything we create. Okay?
Thank you.
Make sure it's balanced. They understand the economy forum.
Yeah.
This thing that many brothers on that in Africa. What happened basically is like economy forum is at the top. So BlackRock is the organizer of Switzerland.
Yes.
So within Switzerland, they're the founders of the BlackRock. This Mzungu guy. So what he did, he was able to wire up to the Chinese, the Arabs, the Indians, They had a conversation. No African leaders were there. They brought conversation from faith, education, health, how to take care of the soil, banking systems, the new AI adventure that they're trying to adventure to, because this is like their fourth industrial revolution. Because remember, they started from railway, air aviation, meaning the aircraft, then they went to the health, then whatever they went to.
Exactly.
But then this one, because the AI is the biggest investment that they have left over, because now they've noticed that black people have woken up, they're gonna rebuke to work for them as a labor. So now, since we are exiting out of that arena, they want to create robots to assist. That's why you find Amazon dropping off the workforces and so on. But now, what's going to happen on a bigger picture, if you look at it, they're going to start sending airplanes and drones that they can autopilot themselves while they're sitting down in Europe.
Exactly.
They're going to fly all the way to Africa and do the massacre.
Exactly.
If they do the massacre, what's the excuse? Oh no, my robot is malfunctioning, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to even make sense.
No.
So for us, we need to understand we have the power. We can shut down Congo to a point where they cannot get any minerals to create their jet planes and whatever. We have the power to do that. But at the same time, when you guys are thinking about solutions, don't put yourself in a Mzungu reality. Because what has happened so far is that the education system has programmed you to view your solution birthing in a Mzungu perspective other than your African. In order for you to bring solutions, you need to embed yourself in the actual environment. That's why Magafuli is the best example I can give to you right now.
Yes.
Magafuli refused to travel outside of the country for 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
He was able to create his own radio station, stadium, whatever strategy and so on. But then Museveni came behind and X'd him out. This is why you need to be very careful. The situation between Tanzania, Mozambique, Kenya, Rwanda, all the way to the Somalia and the Egypt. When you coming to the bigger picture, you will notice, I hate to say these idiots, those little weird people who wear those black hats with the JEW people. Those people are the ones running the whole territory.
Exactly.
All of them.
Exactly.
That's the
You're
only
right.
people, the ICC, as whatever you call them.
Yeah.
United of States, trust me, you don't run that joint.
Disunited.
Them guys running the whole joint. Exactly. So now you need to be careful with those people. That's why I'm very careful when I hear Bantu people saying we are Israelites. We're Israelites.
No.
You need to those things.
Yeah.
That's why we need to
Bantu is
dismiss
way,
religion.
yeah.
You never graduate from that thing.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So view your reality in the African perspective.
correct,
Stop having double consciousness, because you become very selective. So just practice. Every single thing that you're touching today is a colonized thing. Your thoughts are being hybrid.
Yeah.
Your thoughts are hybrid right now. That's why you're bashing towards the Mzungu political, how to govern. Then you question yourself, like, how did our ancestors govern themselves?
Well,
They were surviving.
Exactly.
They knew, they knew what peace was. They knew how to harmonize each other. They knew how to give each other therapy.
Yes.
Even the animals today, when you question yourself, why does Mzungu bother to go to the safaris and give these medicines to cure the animals?
No.
Animals eat grass just to puke and heal themselves.
Exactly.
So what are they teaching us?
No.
What is there for us to negotiate with them based on the land?
Nothing.
Our land belongs to us. Our land is non-negotiable. This is why the Kenyans, the youth Gen Z, they don't want to have any negotiation with Ruto.
No.
IMF is on our neck.
That's it.
In every single country you want to name.
Yeah.
They got our chokehold. So we need to say, you know what? If those leaders are borrowing the money, question them.
Yeah.
What did you do with this money? This was the budget. Okay, what did you do with it? Where is it going? If they're not going to answer that situation,
exactly,
tell them you are the one to pay IMF, not me.
Exactly.
Don't use the name of the country for their generation left over behind to be dealing with it, because our land is our land.
Exactly.
We never used to tax each other. There's no way I'm going to tax my Gogo land.
Exactly.
To say that Gogo, pay me some tax, unless I'm giving us some services. But I'm not doing that. It's our inheritance of that land. So Mzungu, when it comes to your spaces, what he does, if he doesn't feel if it makes him feel uncomfortable, he all switches things. And they don't care.
No.
So that's why I'm saying, don't have a conversation with them.
No.
The same people who colonize us,
their
descendants are the same.
That's it.
We are the same ancestors who looked at peace, equality. We are the best judges of this earth, more than them.
Yeah.
So just push them away.
Exactly.
Don't flash. Don't tumble with the gambling competition with them.
No.
Even the Rockefellers, when they were building their industries, they had to literally eliminate their own people.
That's it.
Not to compete with them as Rockefellers.
Exactly.
So imagine what they're gonna do to you. So don't play with them.
No.
Create your solutions. Label them in your way. If you want to create your brands, name them in your language.
That's it. That's it.
Don't even waste your time registering your business plans to the Mzungu. That's how they steal your blueprint.
Exactly.
That's how they do it. In diaspora, they have rinsed us to the only thing we got is the brain. I have to sell my thoughts to Europeans for me to survive. By the time I sell those thoughts, they're under some umbrella.
Exactly.
By the time I leave to my house, I'm paying taxes. Even my check, when it comes to my bank, is already gone to the taxes. What are the taxes for? Oh no, we're gonna offer you a solution for a job when you lose your job. Oh, when you're sick, we're gonna give you a free medicine. We can do that ourselves back home.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be their medicine. So view your reality as a black man, as a black woman, as a black child. Black children are not happy watching a peerless person teaching them about who they are.
Exactly.
It's never comfortable.
No.
So practice to create your own model of what education is. Model it. From what age can they start teaching the black children? From what age can you unleash the opportunities, whether it's apprenticeship or whatever? We can figure these things out, but don't work from a place of a survival.
No.
Don't create from a place where you're trying to say AI is the only thing.
No way.
Africans don't need AI. We need how to understand the ground base, where the minerals coming from, what do we use them for? Are we allowing the land to rest? And then what products? How do we finish it? What's the message behind these artifacts that we're creating today? Because we don't have a museums no more. How are we gonna secure the message for the next generation if they're in between our cracks? That's the question you guys need to ask yourself. How do you keep the code to pass it on to the next generation to last longer before they distracted us?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
Wow. Daniel. Wow. Wise head on young shoulders. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. 1 second. Easy. No. It's easy. one second, please.
This is what I was saying,
Yeah. Give me 1 second, 1 second.
Thank you.
May I just quickly, somebody was going to talk before, and I wanted her to finish what she was saying, which was Gloria. So if you don't mind, Easy, just I'll let her talk for a few minutes, and I'll bring you on. Okay? Is it Easy? Do you mind? Hello, Z, Easy. Thank you. Please, I'm just bear with me. Thank you. So, Gloria, you wanted to talk. Go ahead. Are you there? Hello, Gloria. Gloria, I'm not hearing you. Okay,
Yes.
okay, good. Okay, go ahead. So you wanted to say something, so I wanted to give you time to speak first. Then then I'll go to
Oh,
yeah. So you talk about the fact that people are not going to school.
thinking my people.
Yeah.
People are not going to school. We were sent back, and which is a good thing, by the way.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
time for me to go and look for the scrap of the car and get some money.
Okay. Good idea. Okay. I understand, but it's good to have you back here again. Thank you very much. I'll let Easy talk to some more. Thank you so much, Gloria. Okay. Okay. Easy, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I don't have much to say. I was just trying to respond to these demonstrations that are going on in Kenya. One thing, the problem is that just like the president put it very clearly, it was good to demonstrate peacefully. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then, the president even himself said, we uphold this, we won't pass through. So we were to stop this, and then we go back to our normal lives. You understand my point here?
Mm-hmm.
If we go on and on in this, in this area, in this surrounding, we don't have no government. Ethiopia, there's no government. Somalia, we give up government.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of Sudan has collapsed. You know what I mean? We have a big fear that anything can go west. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
For this not to happen, I agree. What happened? He admitted himself, the president. So in that sense, we need to stop, and then we go on with our lives. The government have learned a lot, and the rest of Africa have learned a lot. And this always of blaming the the Muzungu thing for all those years, it doesn't make sense. You own your country, you live on your own place. It's you who doesn't build hospitals. You go fly yourself to other parts of the world. You understand my point here? You don't invest in your countries.
It's
you
time.
Love what other countries that are your own country. You spend the money on your own. You love yourself other than your country. I don't understand how happened that you love your countryman and don't love your country and not love your countrymen. This is the time that you have to love your countrymen. We need to forget about tribes if we want us to go forward, so the rest of Africa can follow. But this demonstration, I guess, and I think it's time for it to come stop, and we do our own things, because every time we go for demonstration, there's so many distractions.
Yeah.
We lose a lot of lives. You know what I mean? So we have fear. We have fear. Too much fear. Anything is possible. Demonstration was enough. We salute for the kids who have done all this, and we say let's make our country, so work on it. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow, I get the passion. You spoke with such passion. I get exactly what you mean, and thank you for those words. What you're saying is it's time for us. We can solve our own problems. We don't have to go outside and beg Muzungus or we can solve our own problems. We have the power to do so, and I'm really grateful.
Unless we have this mentality, unless we change our mindset, we can never have change. You can say, oh, we go demonstration through the road, on the streets, break anything, say anything to the president, until we change our
mindset.
There's nothing will change.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing will change.
You're right.
Because this country is a great country. Kenya is one of the best countries. They have everything, anything. They are not rich country, but it's a beautiful country with beautiful people.
Yes.
But we don't realize that. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to think our government, our countrymen.
Yeah.
Let's not think of wars and all that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well said. Well said.
From brother Zidi, what country are you from?
I'm from East Africa. I'm from Kenya.
Oh, you're from Kenya. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I know this
Yeah.
the Kenya mentality. I know everything.
Yeah.
How things work. Let's not see people are demonstrating. Oh, we think they did the president like that. No, there are many who are out to loot.
Yes,
There are so
I know.
many, obviously. They
Yeah.
want some change. And anything can go west. This is what we are trying to refuse.
Okay.
Oh, no, no, the soldiers themselves are looting, by the way. The soldiers are looting.
At least we can't blame anything. It's time to come to bring everything, what do you call that? It's a time for us to correct our wrongs, man. We can't blame others for nothing. They have not done anything. We have our own country. We have our own people. Let's invest in our countries. You know what I mean? You'll find somebody who becomes sick a little bit. He gets a flight. You go sick. What's going on here?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I agree with you.
Thank you so much.
Great work, great suggestion, Easy. And we must take control. And this is why we're talking about playing our role in constitution, using the constitution to hold our government to account, so that we have the roads, the water, the light, the schools, the bridges, the healthcare, the safety, the security, all of those things. Very, very important. Thank you very much, Easy. Let's go to the next.
Do you think like somewhere like Nigeria, they have 25,000 doctors in America, and Nigeria they have no doctors?
There you go.
These things is the same thing. The same mistakes all over Africa.
Exactly. And we're trying to change all that. That is exactly.
Doctors in the US.
Yeah, so it's crazy. You hit the nail on the head. And that's why we're saying that what Kenya is doing is a blueprint for all of Africa. We get that, and we need to support you. And hopefully the youth in Nigeria and South Africa and everywhere else can do exactly the same thing. So I salute this Gen Z. I truly salute them. And that's why I'm investing the time in coming and talking about the Gen Z of Kenya. Great job. Let's hear from Regan Otoyo, I think. Is it? I hope I'm saying it right. Regan, go ahead. Thank you so much, Easy again. Regan, are you there? Thank you. Yeah. Oh.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
As a person, I'm from Kenya. Yeah. And I want to talk a little about the Gen Z situation.
Yeah.
And the situation in Kenya. The African perspective.
Yeah.
Yes, I will touch on a little bit what has happened. Many people have tried to talk about Kenya, East Africa, but the Gen Z have never been in politics. I'm in between the Gen Z and the older generation.
Okay.
We were very active in politics, yes, and we gave up because we expected them to support us, but they never did that. They were busy enjoying life and doing other stuff because we were there. Until when it came to difficult times, most of them, they used to do picketing, stealing, small things. But right now, there's nothing to steal, nothing, including the military as you've had. So the only people who have had something in the city, they have to try and now squeeze the government out for them to get something to eat, something to have. So in a way, also the government, the sitting government that is today, didn't hear an advice from the previous government that we had a time bomb that was actually ticking. The Gen Z, they didn't have a sense of direction. They are well educated, but they don't know even where to go or what to do. And the situation has been worse and worse, and there's a bridge in between. I think, in my own opinion, there's a big gap between the government and its citizen, and generational gap. So we have a generation that is demanding for a plate on the table, and sometimes even give them the plate, they don't know what to do with it. So that is the situation that Kenya has been in and is in, and it has happened in a good way, and we like that because it has forced them to get involved in politics and be part of politics. Another part of the best part about the Gen Z is that it's an informed group of young people who've gone to school and they are illiterate enough, but they also need to be advised and informed, because in between knowing what to do, you must have a clear information of what is happening, how things are to be done, and why they are done that way. And for you to be able also as well to get it, I think in Africa we have to start to teach our children and people how to learn, because there is learning, you listen, but interpreting between learning which part of knowledge are you supposed to take or not is also another thing that we need to teach them how to verify between what kind of lesson do they take from a situation, from both a bad situation and a good situation. There should be something positive that should give you a dimension of a positive way of how you can make life better.
Absolutely.
So I think that is what has been happening. And then when it comes to the matter of Africa and resource and colonization, pre-colonization, modern colonization, and innovation, one thing is that we need to be aware and understand from the point at which we are coming from. We have to be aware that all the resource we have, there's somebody who spoke about Africa. We are not aware of what we have, so we don't give a lot of respect, dignity, and love for what we have that someone else is having. We say in reality we have a lot of problems, but Africans, I will tell you for free, you don't have problems. You are dealing with somebody who has problems and wants to solve their problems, and it's you who has to solve their problems. And it's your stupidity that has to solve their problems. Without that, they will cease to exist.
Yes.
So that is something that we are not aware about. So there is something about changing position where somebody was saying they're traveling back there and they're as well trying to lure us, getting us into the western part.
Okay.
The thing is that they really introduce including scholarships to get rid of the most brighter people who can wake up people and innovate, come up with innovations, and they bring them to their end so they cannot create awareness or give information to the local people.
Exactly.
So they can remain with the fools there and they know exactly how to deal with them. So when we talk about a long-term system and a protocol, as somebody has said, the young generation that are westernized, they're already growing up taught on what to do, how to do, and why to do it. Yet in Africa, we are not even aware of how important all we have is and how important everything is to us.
Yeah.
And the issue of, as it is being said, IMF and the land issue. The land has been a big issue. And how resourceful is your land and how much or what do you get from the land is another thing. So most of us will lose the land trying to find out stuff. And if you go back to Africa, you find that and realize most farmers are actually foreigners and they're busy in trade. Some of the areas where they come from, they cannot actually afford to do farming. And that is what brings this problem. So as much as we live and they pick the most educated people, the most innovative people in the name of scholarship, they try to create a situation whereby it's easy for them to implement the system that they have already put in place for them to be able to get all that they can. And somebody has talked about new technology of robots and stuff, accident. And I think if process or wishes to be ridden, I think they will have done something that all of us we have gotten rid from there and then they go back there. And we don't know how it can be done, when it will be done, and which process of protocol they will use to do. And as much as always we say sometimes you wish to do something, you will still need the local inhabitant to be able to have the information and knowledge how to maneuver your way around the place where you intend to do your stuff. That's why there is a lady who talked about our own Africans. You can never defeat an African without using his own brother.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So when we also want to talk about love and unity, we have to think what kind of love or unity do we have? Is it unity for no good cause? Is it unity with a sense of direction? Is it unity with knowledge, or what kind of unity do we have? Because any unity is a dangerous unity.
Mm-hmm.
It can be dangerous, it can be positive. Like as Gen Z, somebody has mentioned, they're in the street, but it can lead to something else. So we have to be able to verify in between what we are doing,
Exactly.
why are we doing it, and to what level or what extent should we do it, and why should we do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first thing I think we need to know is we are very privileged to have the land.
Yeah.
Africans have been ignorant but not stupid, naive but not stupid. I think because we've had lots of privilege, we've had land, we talk about medical and everything, but anciently before, we were aware of medical herbs that we used to use and they were working. So the first thing is they had to try to drain out that information, that knowledge and skill from everything, and then we interdepend on the modern medicine that is just a replica of the traditional ancient medicine. So with this, we are in a state where we find ourselves knowledgeless, with less information, with anxiety, and we are eager for the best. And that is the most riskiest position any person can be as a human being, and you can be easily manipulated. So the question is, how do we first solve our problem? Is it from which I think we need first to be informed of the privileges we have, and we have to be aware that we are the most lucky people, and we have to know how to use our resources. We have to know what is more important, what do we need, and what is our want. Because not every want or need for a second party will be your needs or your want. All we need is food, shelter, and freedom, and the ability to express and expose yourself. And we, in Africa, I think we had all this food. Everything was there.
Yeah.
We had free food, we could get it from the forest, but now we have to get our food from the shelf with the money that we don't control, we don't print. IMF, it's all about money. And I might take this opportunity to talk a little bit about trade before. Trade from continent to continent, it used to be barter trade. What do you have for what? But because of conflict in between here on the value and the valuation of something, the Westerners didn't have much that they could trade from farming, but they had a lot of trees. So they thought of what can we do? And then they used the advantage of the conflict. They created bureaucracy, paperwork, created schools, created money, sheer paper, came in between, traded for money, became the middleman, dictated everything.
Exactly.
Today.
Exactly.
We lose everything for a piece of paper from a trade. They hoard the land, they buy the food, they take our resources, bring them back to us, and expect us to buy it with no money. We don't have the right to print money. So, what are we dealing with?
Yeah.
Is it money, paper, or better life? I think we have to learn to use our own innovation.
Exactly.
And our own resources. More than money. You don't need money to have a beautiful house.
No.
You need a good architect, somebody is very skillful. You need the resources, and they can make for you even a nicer house for free.
Exactly.
It's not the money that works.
No.
It's the skill that works and give them. So we have to try and interrelate what is the importance and essence of money to our own ability and the resources we have before we engage in any form of trade.
True. Very true. Very true. I'm so grateful, Regan. We could talk for more. I sense I want to talk to you more. I'd like to actually talk to you on a lot, even more about this. But I've got people who want to contribute as well. So if I may, if I'll move on to the next one, but I'm so grateful for your comments. And I wrote some comments here. The trade one really hit home hard because that trade and the fact that we're not even able to print our own money, those are really painful things that we have to address as a community, as Africans. So thank you so much for that. Femi, thank you. Femi Flavor, what would you like to say? Then I got to, Coco say I haven't forgotten you, I'll bring you back. Go ahead. Femi, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, good evening.
Yeah, I love the path when he talked about money, because if we look at the whole concept of money, the monetization policy being brought to Africa, we can see that it is something that has really it is more for the betterment of the West. It is something that they've used to kind of stifle Africa's development. Because how could you say people should you give people have people's currency cannot be printed in their by themselves, and at the same time you devalue, you advise these people against their will, because it is not with their will that they devalue their currency. You bring some economic policies that is that is of detriment to the people, and you tell them to open up their market, which is what really affected Nigeria. You kind of bring policies that well, I wouldn't blame them. It is still the African leaders that have not been
the
able
puppets
to not that they don't know. Yes, there are puppets in their hands. Not that they don't know, but because of their own selfish interest. That is why they do these things, and at the same time, don't care if this thing will lead the people into abject poverty. Because that is what we see today. For example, what is happening in Nigeria and some other African countries also. You can even talk about Zimbabwe and other stuff, because the moment they know that these people, for example, are really are getting to wake up. Now they bring a policy using the funny thing is that they use fellow Africans as an instrument to push those policies.
You're so right.
Kind of force it down the throats of the ordinary people. And at the end of the day, it is the common masses, it is the ordinary people that suffers it. They are the ones that suffer it. The people at the top echelon, the bourgeoisies, they know what they are doing. They don't feel they don't feel it. It is the common people that feel the brunt. They are the one who suffer it, and it's just so funny until Africans begin to kind of push do their thing, a kind of bring out their own thing, fashion it to their own way.
Yes.
Because what we see now, they say, I've always made this analogy. I say, when somebody have a dog, and it say, okay, he wants to leave the dog he want to free the dog to go.
Yeah.
But put a lynch on the dog's neck. The dog have limitation.
Exactly. Where can go?
Can reach, or where the dog can go. You understand? When the dog is like want to go far, they draw.
They pull it back.
And when they draw the leash on the dog's neck, they pull it back. That is the situation Africa is facing. So until we begin to see these things, which is why I'm very happy that countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, I hope and I wish they continue in it, because I know these people are not even resting on their oars.
No, they're not. They're not
going to rest.
No.
Yeah. So
platforms like yours like this continue to kind of enlighten and educate people, because what we need is enlightenment, educate people, make people to begin to see these things. I had the other time when a lady I don't want to mention anybody, but we all know what is happening now in Kenya.
Yes.
But at the same time, not as if the Nigerian youth are that nonchalant. No, they are not. It is the system. It is the system that is the problem. We all remember NSAS, and we know how it all ended.
Yeah.
You understand? So, and that thing is, they did it purposely to put fear in the minds of the youth. Is it those people that the family that lost their children in that answers that we still want their children to go out? I know revolution, there's bound to be sacrifice. I know, I get it, I understand that. Even in Kenya now, where there are some people, some were unalive.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
You understand? But look at the brutality involved in Nigeria. So it's just that we are not, the youth or the Gen Z are not going to rest on their own ass. People, we just have to keep pushing, because one of the way we can fight this thing is for us to. This is, we all know this people. It's a cabal. It's just a fraction, a cabal that are into these things, working in collaboration with the bourgeoisie outside.
Yeah.
These are the things, and if you people cannot continue to trample on the rights of other people, because a government that has failed to listen to the yearnings and aspiration of the people is not fit to be is not fit to rule the people.
Exactly.
Because the reason why they are there is for them to be able to listen to the yearnings and aspiration of the people, and at the same time devise means to make life better for the people.
Well said.
So when is lacking, then they have no business being in government.
Exactly.
So I'll rest here. I'm at work.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna drop and come back because I can't mute myself. Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can mute you. I'll mute you. Don't worry. Okay. So Vanna, go ahead.
The king that was just speaking, please, look, you just quoted the Constitution. When you said the government that doesn't take care of the people is not worthy. You just quoted the Constitution. The best fight, the only fight to get the victory is Mali. The only fight that we have to be in is the Constitution to all the people.
Exactly. So no, Femi, well said. Femi, I want to be Femi Flavor. I want to really bring you on board and add you to what we're trying to do in Nigeria, within Nigeria, in the constitution we're translating to Yoruba, and we want people who are on ground. I take it you're on ground in Nigeria, and what we want to do is that correct? Are you on ground?
I'm in Europe.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But nonetheless, you can still play your role. We are trying to. We are already trying. We've already started translating the Nigerian constitution into Yoruba, and we want it to go into our communities. So even yourself, you can get hold of our information. I can send things to you that you can start sharing in your community. And we're looking for stakeholders to begin to teach people on ground. We want that to happen for all African countries, right across Africa, because that's what we need to do. We need to wake up the whole of Africa, not just Nigeria alone. Yes. The whole of Africa. We need to have the constitution in our local languages, and that will be the real game changer. Once we know our rights, nobody can come and start telling us lies and things. So, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction.
Thank you. But I'll be in touch with you.
It's a step in the right direction.
Thank you so much.
What Femi mentioned.
Yes.
I wanted to add what Femi mentioned, because So I've been saying this to. I'm not gonna use the word Africa. I'm just gonna say Bantu because you know who you guys are. If you follow that arena, you know that it's ancestor arena. So if you guys are trading, you need to split your concept in twos. Yeah. Do the currency thing. On the other hand, play barter trading.
Yeah.
Barter trading just means if I have an idea, whether I want to develop an industry, I don't know how to make toothpick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah.
And I go to Chief Citizen, and I say, Chief Citizen, can I just get that little section of your land? I'll build my construction and how to do the production. In that production, the person who's going to be scarving the tree, the person who's going to be, I don't know, sharpening the little toothpicks, and the one who's going to be delivering, I've already given 3 multiple people different jobs. So now, the reason why I say do barter trading half and do barter trading the other side. Barter trading meaning that if I have tomatoes, you have onions, I don't need money between me. I just exchange whatever I got.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, based on the industry that I've created, let's say there's a restaurant between me and you that needs those ingredients. Yeah, they can play the arena of the currency because whoever comes to that restaurant can need a rand, a naira, or whatever.
Yeah.
But me behind the door, me and you are exchanging on a barter trading.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what's going to happen is that every time when they bring this nonsense of saying, "Oh, look at us," what do they call it? Influation. That the money has gone down, has gone up, blah blah blah.
Inflation.
We're
And
not gonna worry about that.
no.
We'll still be alive because we're the holder of those ingredients that makes that restaurant.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So it applies to every single industry. Even
Exactly.
if you have in the medical industry, the person who's giving you the herb that reduces headache or that reduces whatever.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do the same arena. So many people are laughing at me. This is the issue because if they're saying that African culture runs Naira or whatever in Kenya and so on, it's gonna be down. They done that thing on reason. Why did they do that on reason? Because that dollar is an artifact that carries message.
Exactly.
Who do they print on that dollar?
Exactly.
Queen Elizabeth.
Exactly.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
So on us, when you look at our currencies, what do we print there? We print animals, we print about women on top of it, and so on and so on. But because we don't have that printer process, and trust me, that printing thing, we're gonna have it. So don't worry about that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How they build those things.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, for us to play this smoke screen against them,
exactly,
we need to practice that thing behind the door.
Yeah.
And then play as if we're playing that game.
Yeah.
But we know that anything falls off, we're gonna go on the other side. The reason why I'm saying this is because ancestors in our kingdoms, what they used to do, this thing that you guys call tithe in your church.
Yeah.
Remember, tithe is like a tax money that they're gonna use to maintain the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna pay the pastor or whatever services. But then ancestors were very clever. They used to keep resources aside so that if anybody's house ever burn out, they'll be able to just say, "Hey, brothers, family, don't worry, we're gonna come and build it for you." So that you guys catch up, you recover immediately, and we keep it moving.
Yeah.
So us as Africans, we see problems before they even happen. That's the gift that we have.
Okay.
So now Mzungu has programmed us. Like remember, Mzungu creates problems and then sell you the solution.
Exactly.
That's why they're able to name all their body. This is.
Yes.
They're
Exactly.
able to say
Yes.
FDA. You need to approve this before it's present. Don't follow for that stuff.
No.
We need to have our own model of FDA.
Exactly. We everything we have to. We literally have to have everything but independent of their system and run it ourselves. So
exactly.
Thank you.
In our own lenses.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
That's why they split. Yeah. That's why the split is. That's why I keep saying. Always avoid the double consciousness.
Exactly.
You're viewing their reality how to survive, and you're viewing your ancestors' way how to survive.
Exactly.
The ones who like understanding the ancestor way, those are the ones who are saying Africa's never had technology.
Oh no, we have. That's the thing. That's the thing. We have to question that. Quick question, Daniel. I'm really great. I would like to talk some more. Let me just bring in Jane the Ubuntu because she's been waiting for a while. But I'm really grateful for your comments.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you. Jane, is it Jenna, Jenna, the Ubuntu, the Bantu. Hello, hi. Apologies.
That's not my name because yes, but that's not my name.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I've oh yeah.
go
Okay,
ahead.
sorry, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, brother. My name is not Jenna, but for the whole thingy, I have
Yes,
to call myself that.
that's correct.
Yes, but and again, I would like to know you're Yoruba or Igbo?
I'm Yoruba.
Okay, what is the name for the people? What is the what do you guys use for the people or for the indigenous? I just want to know that before I go ahead, because the
Yoruba.
people or the
I'm
Yoruba.
we have different names. It depends on.
Like
We call Agbole. We
no,
call
just say the people like
Yoruba. We call ourselves other Yoruba. We could say we are Yoruba people. In as a group, but we do have different
that's what
parts.
we said. Oh my God, no, that's the
Oduduwa.
problem. Because
Oduduwa.
no, not the past, but the word for the people. Because for us, from Southern Africa to East Africa to Central Africa, we use, and also Cameroon, we use one word, Abantu or Bantu. So that's why we always tell people, oh, we are all Bantu, because we that's our dialect.
Yes,
So they get
that's
people
Bantu.
keep
Yeah.
saying, oh, it's a white man word. Yeah, we people say it's a white man's word. But then also the Igbos, Yoruba, whatever they call them, Niger Congo, and that's the language for the Niger Congo anyway, regardless. So that's why we use that. But then some people were angry because they're calling them Bantu. So that's why I asked you first, because before I speak anything, I would like to.
I don't take offense because I take no offense because I do know that we are connected to the Bantu. I have a friend who actually runs a business. He called it Bantu Way. So I know about Bantu history. So this is someone I know. So
Yeah,
it's
I know,
not.
but there's a way. But when people you don't use their language, they think our people. That's how they've been colonized,
No, no,
brother.
yeah, of
So
course.
when you use your own dialect, they think you're trying to be superior, but that's not
No,
how
no,
we
no,
are.
not at
And
all.
again, Bantu people, we've always been calm. Igbos, Yoruba, we've always been calm. So they always think we want to be dominant. That's the problem. That's why I have to ask. Yeah, but thank you so much for the platform, brother.
Thank you.
Me personally, I would like to say. Thank you for holding this platform. And again, I'm going to say it multiple times because we have to spread the message, guys. We've been guys. We're not. We are smart. We are not smart people. What do smart people do? They regulate their emotions. Regulations of your emotions makes you smart. DUMB people, dumb. They don't regulate their emotions. Want to act that time, and that's what who we are, and that's what we do. So they want to label us as a bunch of pushovers whatsoever. But guess what? Our patience after the colonialism and the invasion, because they were invading our land, has made us understand what happened, guys. And citizen, if you listen more, brother, you're going to learn more. I know you're older than me. No disrespect to you, because people might think, oh,
No, no, no,
but
no,
brother,
absolutely not.
you know more than me, and again, we learn more. Even though you're older, you learn more every day.
Absolutely.
Even though I'm younger, I learn more every day.
Absolutely.
Right?
We're all here to learn.
We're going to learn with each other. So.
I like it.
And again, I'm gonna say there's dumb Bantu people who talk nonsense every day, but they shouldn't be the people who determine all of us. There's dumb whatever. I'm not gonna mention names for that, but we have dummies regardless. So that's all. But they shouldn't be the people who determine our intelligence, who determine our future, who determine what we're going through, or what we do every day on a daily basis whatsoever. So guys, I don't know. I'm so proud of you, brother. As a Yoruba, because mostly it's Igbos. I'm gonna say the truth. So when I see a Yoruba today, I'm so
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. That's no problem. I'm really glad you joined.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, thank you. Fantastic.
That's why I
We
came up.
we will.
When you said Yoruba, I requested up to come up, right? So I love it.
Okay, that's good.
That's what we should be doing.
Yes, it should. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yoruba is Arabic. Apparently, that's what we heard.
That's not true.
We don't have proof, though. Daniel, do you have proofs? Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's why we keep questioning that.
No,
Me and Jenna and the rest of the sisters
no.
were examining the timelines to understand when the clans were formed. Because remember that Mzungu was repackaging us up. So that's when
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, I can certainly say for myself, I am Oduduwa. Now, the language that we say, they say is Yoruba. I am Oduduwa. So, and then I come from Ile Ife. I know my history, so they cannot play that game with me. I am from the kingdom of Ife. I am from the kingdom of Ife. So, hey, you want to play that game? You got the wrong place. Nah.
Do you hear that, Daniel? Daniel.
So,
Daniel. This is the first guys. You see what we're talking about. Daniel, have you heard what he say?
I am from Ife, Ile Ife,
Like everybody
or
is
Yo.
talking about, because every day I come up, I'm like, I'm from the Buganda kingdom, right?
Yeah.
And also there's the Zimbabwe. Zimbabwean people don't need to say I'm from Zimbabwe was a kingdom, right? I'm from the Kosa Zulu kingdom.
We are kingdom dwellers.
I love the fact that
Africans, I want you to learn this.
I love the fact that you spoke your kingdom. That's
Yeah.
what I want, brother.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
When you
That's
speak,
where we come from. We're
exactly.
tribes.
No, we are kingdom dwellers. We are literally kingdom dwellers. I need you take it from me. Every African, we are kingdom dwellers. That's what we come from. So we have to just take.
That's what we need to revive.
That's
what's
it.
gonna dissolve the Berlin Conference.
That's correct.
And you know which mosque? You know which mosque in my kingdom, the Buganda kingdom? We have the TV people.
Yes.
How did I know the TV people? They're from Nigeria, but we have the mosque.
Exactly.
We have, I don't know.
Amazing.
I'm gonna actually go back because I need to know if it's your kingdom.
Yeah.
But we have the my people.
Thank you.
I know where
We'll be in touch. Listen.
To be honest, you know me, Yoruba. I'm so fucking.
Language. Listen, calm down.
Sorry. My mind is so like all over the place.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
But listen, it is such a.
Guys, this is what we want.
Yeah. Okay.
They want to take over our land.
Yeah.
They want. I'm gonna land because I had a lot to say, but I'm gonna land with this. They want to take our land. They already took our land, obviously, from the north to the eastern, to the Horn, and a part of Nigeria. They've taken. They displaced those people, and then they give them those lands, But guys, this is the only place we have. We're not a homeless race.
No.
They want to make us a homeless race.
Exactly.
They give our land to the homeless races. And I'm gonna say Fulani, Tutsi, Kushites, Somalians. You're not from Africa.
It's okay. Let's. I get you, my sister, and it is the truth. But let's.
From our place.
Yes, you're right. But what I want to do is I want to discuss that in the context. They did. They did. They did. They did. Yeah, that's true.
And I'm gonna land with there. I'm not gonna talk too much. But guys, what do we have? After they come again, they're now sending the Arabas that they can come and stay in our land. No.
So thank you.
Becoming homeless again.
No. But no. Okay.
I have to say, guys, make sure you protect the land.
Yeah, that's
this is
it.
Our land,
That's
and
it.
by all means necessary, we protect the land. Thank you so much, brother, for the platform.
Thank you.
Danny, for submitting. I appreciate
No problem.
everybody on the panel, Vani and everybody else.
Yes.
I love you guys for always speaking your mind, and I do appreciate you every time. Don't ever be silenced. They tell us be respectful. No. That is the European mindset. We're not slaves. We talk and we must speak our mind. Thank you so much, brother. I'm gonna drop and.
Wow.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. This is such a. Thank you so much, Jenna. Wow. She, that's not her real name, but it's actually interesting how she spoke. She's a young person with passion, and she knows what she really wants to deliver and put across, which is for us to really stand up for ourselves. That is something that I take from her message, and we need to continue to do that. I want to thank everybody. Sorry?
The sisters and the mothers.
That's correct.
Because they've been holding it down deep down.
Exactly.
They didn't get a chance to express it. So now when you're experiencing them express it, just be understanding.
That's correct.
That's why we keep saying that.
That's
give
correct.
The sisters more time to speak.
Exactly.
Whether we're pinning them down through the marriages, the systems, and so on. Whether it's cooperate, we need to let them
be part of it. I'm following her, and I'm definitely going to be talking to her behind the scenes more.
She's my sister, very powerful warrior.
Yes, I hear that. So no, but for now, it's just that I think I need to get some break. I think I've probably done about 4 to 5 hours now. We want to have some break, and I might, if I don't come back later tonight, it'll be tomorrow. But we're going to continue, and I want to say again, Daniel, I salute the Gen Z, you and the sisters and Mitundi, and others, and that have spoken, that have been on the platform, and everybody on the that's been leaving comments. I'm really grateful. We're really appreciative of you, following our platform. The platform was designed to be able to encourage across Africa the need for our people to have the knowledge of the constitution in their local language. And as we are doing with Verna and Problem Solving Coach and Miss Lady LJ and others, we are connecting, and we couldn't have done any of this without your support. So we count on your support in carrying on with that work. We really want to deepen the knowledge of the constitution literally in our local languages, and we are so enthused and so happy about what the Gen Z in Kenya are doing. We support you. We condole with you for the lives that those in government have taken, and may their souls rest in peace. And everything that you achieve, may it be in their honor. It's so important for us to say thank you so much to everybody joining us. One thing I would like to say is, if you to help us in the project that we're doing, if you could subscribe. Anybody watching, you're welcome to subscribe to Citizen AY directly on TikTok here. You can just subscribe, and that would help us, because we do a lot of research, and the work we're going to take on is huge. We're talking about 55 nations. We want 55 nations to have the people in those communities knowing their language, knowing the constitution in their own language, so that they can begin to stand up for themselves. We need that to happen, and it can happen, and it can happen in this generation. I firmly believe in the Gen Z generation. We can achieve that collectively working together. And of course, we are prepared to work with people, and that's what we're trying to do. So, and that's why you see Daniel being part of the panel and others as well. So I want to say thank you very much. So Bantu Queen. Oh my gosh. Bantu Queen, how you doing? You there? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I was busy.
Okay.
Much love and greeting to each and everyone.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
The algorithm going, frequency, the vibration. We are winning. It looks like we are not winning, but indeed we are winning. We are winning. Much respect and love.
Thank you so much for joining. We're just wrapping up now, and I'm so glad you spoke. You're having the last word, more or less. Werner, I want to say thank you so much as well for your, the words that the Constitution, you are selling that as well, making and reminding us, and it's always bringing back the people back to that, to constantly remind us that our people need that Constitution in their lives to change their lives, to improve their lives. Werner, Nanada, honestly, I'm really grateful, very grateful. But go ahead.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to be in such company. I'm honored. And, all the people here, they spoke, like true warriors. And that's what we need.
Yeah.
And we kept it in peace.
Yes.
But I just want to say, just take the motto of Mali and those other
Niger and
take the motto of giving people what happens when you give the people their constitutional rights.
Yes.
Every one of us sitting in here, please, I just have to say something. Look, make sure that you make a donation, because what we're doing is life-changing for the whole continent.
Thank you.
It's time for us to become the people we came here to be.
Thank you.
And we can do it. But please, go in your pocket. My pockets are not so thick, but I can find a little to share. So this is for the right cause. So we cannot do it without having support, because the king is here. 90% of his time is here on this platform. So let's make sure that he doesn't have anything to even think about except doing what he's doing. Okay, love y'all.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you so very much, Vanna. Thank you so very much. Femi, I'll say a few words before we wrap up. Then, of course, Regan as well. So if you just want to chip in, thank you, Regan. Femi, do you want to say a few words, or are you away from your phone? If you are, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go to Regan Otoyo. Thank you. So just a few words, and then we wrap up. I'm really grateful for your support and time here, and being part of the discussions. Everybody else that's been leaving comments and joining, Jenna, wow. We need to have, we'll be, and everybody else, I say thank you all so much. It's been a real pleasure this afternoon. Please, like I said, don't forget to help with this project. 55 nations we want to reach, to teach every community to have stakeholders teaching the constitution in the local languages, and we can do it. I know we can do it. It's already beginning. We can do this, but we need to join hands. Can you subscribe to Citizen AY on TikTok right now? Go ahead and do so and help us reach more people. We have a lot of work to do. For now, I say thank you very much and good night. So not goodbye, not good night. Have a pleasant evening. I'll be seeing you real soon. Take care now and bye for now. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye. Ah, goddamn. Ah, boy. Ah, shit. Okay. 5.9. Is that all it is? 32? For all of that time? I don't know. Ah, man. So 32 long, Abby. 32 hours. 3 hours? I thought it was. No, 5 hours something. So let me just take the time of doing that. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back later on. Season AY here. I'm real tired. And I